my notes.
What up? What up? What up? It's going
What
down.
up?
We live. We
What's going
live.
on?
Yeah, man.
Oh
ETX
yeah.
movement. We ain't heard. This just a few people. I know it's more people that's still probably trying to add on. If I sent a lot of inboxes out, so I don't know who all gonna be on here. We just kind of freestyling with it, and this is something that we doing to bring awareness to East Texas and what's going on and everything. So we gonna start out. Mama Scott, you next to me. If y'all can see the lineup, we're gonna go from left to right, and then on the top, and then we'll go to the bottom. So right now, Mama Scott, introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, young kings. How's everybody doing? I'm going to play on
Oh,
that
nice to meet you.
show of a nice Longview, Thomas Henderson, Texas, Tyler, Texas.
Can y'all hear Mama Scott good? Or am I tripping?
Hey, I can't really hear Mama Scott
I
though.
can't.
You hear me now?
I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, loud and clear now.
Now I can't.
So, Mama Scott, based out of Longview, Texas. My home is out of Texas. Been in Longview, Texas, almost 15 years with my husband. I am the CEO of Fast Entertainment LLC. I manage 5 artists. Tax company, Homeview, have a trucking company, also properties, this, that, and the other. But very, very deep rooted in East Texas, 56 years strong. So I take a lot of pride in East Texas.
Already. And that's what this whole conversation is about, because this is just, I just want to make this clear. I made a statement the other day that was really outlandish, you know what I'm saying? And it was about East Texas. And I said, we got zero representation. And I did that for a reason, because I want everybody that I know got this in their heart was gonna be pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we got to let people know and find out who is really about the movement in East Texas and want to see it move forward, and the ones who just want to say they this or they that or whatever, and because it's like and the reason why I really meant it about it was about the Mount Rushmore thing or whatever. And I didn't see, I know it's a woman's now, but I ain't even seen who's on it yet. I was just talking about that. And I said the 4 people that's on Mount Rushmore, I ain't gonna say that they have never represented East Texas or nothing like that, but I'm just saying it's not enough of representation. That's what we need to do more of, so we can put it in their face and put it on the map. And that was my whole point of that, you know what I'm saying? But right now we're gonna go to the next person that's next to Mama Scott on the right at the top. Introduce yourself.
Oh, that must
Can you
be.
hear me?
Oh, okay.
Top.
Yeah, this T Money, man. I'm from Marshall, Texas. You know what I'm talking about? I've been doing it for a while, long time. Had to take a little sit down and did a little time in my younger years, so I kind of caught on to it and caught up with a lot of people later on. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I've been fucking with it. When I got home, I started a little thing called Who Got Flow around Marshall area, and had some more people coming. Had a little traction with that. You know what I mean? And was really trying to do something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now, Mama Scott, I think I want to say I
Hello?
do
Yeah,
know
we
you,
live
but
right
I
now.
don't know you personally, so I can't just say I know you. But
No, I sent you a
I
link on
want you to
Facebook. I
know.
sent it to you on Facebook.
Can you hear me?
Oh, you sitting in the
Yeah,
room? Okay, hold
I
on.
can hear you, homie.
Yeah, my bad, y'all. I'm gonna get off the bike for a minute, but I'm talking to somebody on the phone. Okay, well, hold on. Let me Y'all go ahead.
and and
Whoever talking.
I hate to jump in it like this here, but on that Mount Rushmore shit, I was kind of offended because I really, I don't really know. I know Al D. It's no ill shit with him or no stuff like that, but I just feel like when you say shit like that, especially when
Yeah, I
you
don't
put
see any on
rappers
there.
and shit like that up to these days time, if it's gonna be a Mount Rushmore, Mama Sky has put so much work in for that shit in these days' time, she should have one of her own and let her decide that shit. Because these last couple years, ain't nobody been putting
Yeah,
no
probably
money in
so.
this shit.
Thank
What's
Everybody
can y'all
sitting
hear?
back, and then soon as somebody make a fucked up move or say something they don't like or do something they don't like, now you their worst enemy, and you done tried to help a motherfucker this whole time.
thank
And I just want y'all, I had to say that. I didn't even know she was gonna be on her. I ain't trying to kiss no ass. I done told everybody this the same. You might not know me personally, but I sit back and I watch shit.
Yeah.
That Mount Rushmore shit didn't make no sense to me. It's not. I mean, because I know we rappers, we can't be, East Texas, man. I don't know what the fuck, man. I mean, if we all would just focus on the music and focus on showing up at shows and don't get sloppy drunk and don't be no liability when a motherfucker put money behind you, we wouldn't even have no problem, dog. This shit would go so smooth.
you.
Already. Who we got?
So
Who we got next? Okay, I got DJ J Rock in the building. J Rock, introduce yourself.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Hey, yeah, I've been doing a little bit more work. I'm just getting here late. Just got out the shower and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah. Already. Okay, we got John Ross next. Introduce yourself, John.
Yeah, man. My name John Ross, man. I'm a local barber. I have a nonprofit, Rusk County Community Outreach Organization. I have a Facebook Live podcast show called Political Street Talk. And man, I've been in the streets with my peoples for a long time, even way back managing a rap group. But that's what I bring to the table, man. Is just my knowledge and knowing a lot of people, man. I want to see my people link up and do good shit.
Already.
Awesome.
All right. And we got who else is left? Somebody else that down on the bottom right hand corner. I can't see who he is. Introduce yourself.
My name Richard, man. Richard Stein, man. I'm a twin from Minor Prize, Texas as well. You know what I'm saying? I know Tech. I know John. I'm a little different from everybody, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't come in on no music tip, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a older cat, but I still consider myself young. But I come to the legal side of stuff, you know what I'm saying? With money, I've been shining in a bunch of different cities for a long time, you know what I'm saying? The legal way, you know what I'm saying? I'm a captain, for Blessed Marine. I drive boats. I'm currently at work, you know what I'm
Already.
saying? Uh, just showing the youth something positive beside the dope, the guns, the drugs, you know what I'm saying? It rapping ain't for everybody, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
it's a positive outlook. I got a Instagram page, Fast Life Twins. Me and my twin, we all about just fixing up cars and just pr- encouraging the youth to do something positive. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about for me. You know
Hey,
what I'm
hey, and
saying?
that's what we all about. At least all the brothers I know that's on here, Mama Scott as well. Is that's what we just trying to do something positive, man. Because my thing is this right here. As far as the Mount Rushmore, I'm not hating on the list or nothing like that because that that's Trill Talk put that out. And Trill Talk has done a lot of work in East Texas as well, as far as just facilitating conversations like this and helping artists to promote themselves and get themselves out there. So at the end of the day, everything that we do it's got to be out of respect. We can't make nobody rap a certain way or mention East Texas or wear East Texas hat or shit. I'm not saying that. That ain't for everybody. It's cool. We ain't trying to do that, forcing nothing down nobody's throat. But what we are trying to do is represent East Texas on a higher level and start doing more collaborations, big up in some of these businesses, showing the positive sides and everything that's going on in the movement to make sure that we on the map and we mean what we say and we down with this movement. We ain't just gonna say East Texas when we not really want East Texas attached to our name because we don't want to seem country or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, and we are who we are. And I'm proud to be from East Texas, like I know a lot of other people are proud to be from East Texas. But the next thing I want to do is get a flow to Mama Scott about Fast Bash. Can you tell them about Fast Bash and when it's coming up and what they need to know about it? We can't hear you, Mama Scott.
I don't know if she got a hand at the bottom of her phone. If she got a hand at the bottom of the phone, that'll stop. You know what I'm saying? The volume too.
Yeah, but
okay.
I can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Yo, we can't hear you, Mama Scott.
hear me now?
Yeah.
We heard something then.
Okay, because your phone.
You said what? You said what now?
They need to mute their phones unless they're.
Yeah.
Man, I heard everybody except for you, and my phone wasn't muted. Something going on your end, mama.
Yeah, if you're not speaking, mics.
Oh, okay. I see what she's saying. It's some background noise somewhere. Hold on, let me go. I might be able to fix that. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know if it's gonna work for everybody, but I got to reduce. Okay, now talk, Mom Scott.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, okay. There we go. There we go.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah. You in there now?
Okay, good. So the phones wasn't muted unless you're speaking. You need to mute it so it can kind of keep the background down. Okay, when we're talking to each other. But Fast is the biggest and the best platform for artists, period, in the state of Texas, I know for sure. And with the moving around that I've done, it seems to be better than any other showcase platform I've ever seen. Why is that? Because I actually take the pride to invest in it. I actually take the pride to give East Texas a home to have something that they're proud of because that's been the biggest thing. We didn't have a avenue. We didn't have a platform that was consistent for us to market and to present their talents. All the talent in East Texas, it's too much for us not to be at a higher state than what we are. So it is coming up July 12th, and what it is a competition. This year, the competition, the first place prize is $2,500 cash, along with so many other perks that comes with that. Second prize is 750 with all the perks. Third prize is 250 with a lot of perks. What I mean by perks, you get mic drops from platforms like Spade TV, Half Pint Films, Rap Economics, on and on and on. You get interviews from people like real life street stars that have linked up with me this year. You get interviews on 97.9 The Beat with Spaceboy Fresh. You get trophies. It's a lot that comes with it. You also get to network. That's the biggest thing amongst other talented artists that are in your areas, get relationships with them, actually be in the building with people. Poison Ivy, which is Boosie's daughter, will be our special guest judge this year, along with Rap Economics, Trill Talk, Pill Talk, Be Your Truth, and DJ TB are the judges this year, and also the artists that are competing will also have control of the judging. How is that, Mama Scott? You're gonna get three names to get. They'll get three choices to make on a ballot. They can't choose themselves. They got to choose three artists that's on that platform that's going to help us make a decent and legitimate decision on who deserves to be in those top three spots, based on the majority of who people think. So I had to come up with a way for it to be fair, for it to not be unbiased, for it not to be something that people feel like is rigged up or something like that. So I thought long and hard, and then I came up with that concept with DJ Nightcap, of rap economics. So this platform also brings about people that are in the building that drop through. A lot of times we have a lot of people come through. This year I think Carl Crawford is coming through from 1501. I've been on the phone heavy with him. I know Sauce Walker's dad will be in the building. Unfortunately, my friend Charleston White will probably pop through, but I'm not advertising Charleston, but he's wanting to come through. It's a lot of people, different labels, different bloggers. All of them will be in the building on July the 12th, which gives you in the same building, up under the same roof, the opportunity to network with people that you probably couldn't even afford to get to because it's hard right now. It's hard to move around, and that's been my goal, is to bring stuff closer to us as artists, instead of artists having to be inconvenienced to go way to Houston, way to Dallas, or wherever to try to even just get heard. So we have this big platform where all the Houston artists and Dallas artists are now trying to take over the platform. I can only do so much. When I'm bringing this to East Texas, it'll be a damn shame to let East Texas let other outside artists fill this roster up before they get on it. And you can't say that you didn't have it, because it's been here for 6+ years. We've had a lot of success with Fast Bash. Never had no bullshit. Always been a lot of respect across the board from people that actually participate. So I'm just proud of it. And I'm proud to present polished artists out of my home region, because everybody want to think that we're just dumb and we're country as hell. No, we're not. We're so much more than that. And everywhere I go, me and my artists, the first thing we say is East Texas. So yeah, Benjamin, on that part, I was very offended on that yesterday. I was asking to be on the live because I just feel like with the list are not, there's not a big enough list to list the people that are,
Exactly. It's just not. It never will be.
and
But
it's
I ain't gonna cut you off, Mama Scott. But the only reason I said that is because I know Trill Talk doing the best he can do on his end, and if it wasn't for him doing what he doing, it'll
he
be
needs.
that much less.
Why? When you're in a position of power and authority where your opinion matters, you either can do one or two things. You have the power to make something positive, or you can create something negative. Okay. So with everything you do as an influencer, you need to think about it before you put it out there. Think about the impact of what it does to young black men that we keep saying, come together, come together. You keep telling them to come together, but you steady creating stuff that's going to divide us. That's the shit that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Because there's too many artists out there that are working their asses off. And this music is very personal to a lot of our young black kings. Why is that? It's their way to
It,
communicate.
it's they art. They work hard at it.
Artists are sensitive as fuck about their music. So at the end of the day, I personally wouldn't follow the trend of other cities, wouldn't follow the trend of what other people are doing if we are trying to do something different in East Texas. We need to be trendsetters in an original way. Don't do stuff that you see other people are doing by creating controversy. Make up some type of way. I have come to numerous people in East Texas. You, Trill Talk, Byron, numerous. I don't know if it's because I'm a woman. I don't know. We all say we gonna do it. Nothing ever gets done. We not consistent. We not. I'm just being honest. We don't come together and make the shit happen. So how can we expect to lead if we can't provide a solid foundation for what we're trying to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to start somewhere. The egos gotta go. All that shit gotta go, because at the end of the day, ain't none of us don't made it up out of here. We're still striving. So we got platforms like Closed Circuit TV, Trill Talk. Y'all are the main two, the only two that I know of in East Texas that can create that avenue. But we can either choose to, you know, do things that are going to create negative impacts, and then it's just leave the list alone. I believe that if you're going to do a list, the list needs to be based off of the public. It needs to be based off of polls. statistics, not behind popular likes, not behind people you connected to, not behind your homeboys them and stuff. It needs to be stuff that's relevant in today, not what you did 10 years ago. Right now, 2025. I don't want to hear about somebody that had a hit 10, 15 years ago. That doesn't matter to me. That's over with. That window is closed. Why are we still talking about it? Why are we still putting people on the list that are not relevant in 2025?
Yeah, I agree with that.
On the list, don't
Yeah,
Texas.
yeah, I agree with that in some ways, Mama Scott. But then too, I had somebody. This is just somebody who I saw it chimed in that was talking about the list, and they were just saying Mount Rushmore is more about all time than it is right now. And I felt where he was coming from with that. Now, is that to say that's supposed to be the criteria? I can't say that. I can't tell Trill Talk how to do his list either. You see
And
what I'm saying? So I just look at it like that in a way.
I just feel uh, competition is good. Don't get me wrong. It's healthy. But when it starts becoming messy, when it starts becoming where people are not receiving it in a positive manner, then we got to go
Yeah,
back to the drawing board and do something different. Because at that point, we're more of a problem than we're doing anything.
yeah, I agree with that too. I agree with that too because what we trying to do is be positive. And one thing I will say, I don't want to disrespect nobody. I don't want this. This ain't about disrespect. This is about figuring out. We know what the problem is. We looking for solutions. We know where we different at. We trying to see where we the same at. That's what this whole open discussion is about and everything that we got going now. I thought we had another man come in. Was that Pops Johnson? Did you come in? Where you at?
Shit, I'm right back here cooling it.
Already. Hey, but just let the people know who you is and tell them, introduce yourself, fam.
Man, this Pops Johnson from Mount Pleasant, Texas, aka East Texas hard hitter. You hear me?
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah, and I just hear y'all speaking, man. And first of all, I got to shout out to everybody on here, man, and all y'all that I don't know. I would love to get to know. Uh, like I said, I'm Pops Johnson from Mount Pleasant. I got a a, a little entertainment spot here in Mount Pleasant called the Mardi Gras. I got to bring that up. And that's where we get down at every Saturday night, man. We've been having some beautiful times with no problems or nothing. So, but second of all, I would like to speak on Mama Scott, man. Uh, we need 20 of her. you know, real talk. She really do a great job at what she do. And if the only way you dislike her is that you don't really know her, cause she is who she say she is. And for the Mount Rushmore deal, uh, I liked everybody that was picked on there,
Yes.
but kind of like Mama Scott and you were saying, Tech, that like if it caused more harm than good,
Yeah.
we don't want to be like Chicago. We don't want to be like LA. We don't want to be like Dallas and Fort Worth. We East Texas, man. And,
Right.
and, and I just don't think it's enough love and interacting with each other as far as the artist is concerned. Cause it's artists that's 20 miles from you don't even know you. As another artist, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that's networking is one of our biggest problems. You know, uh, everybody that's really working should be done crossbred with somebody else that from somewhere else that's really working. You know, and you'll get the pleasure of getting their people to know who you are. Like I just brought my niece from Shreveport down here a couple of weeks ago, and she performed, and everybody down there fell in love with her. She probably gained 50 followers. That type stuff. We got to interact more, man, and communication is the key to that. That's my opinion.
Yeah. 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 That's for sure. That's for sure. All right. J Rock, where you at?
I'm right here.
Okay.
Jay Rizzle, what's up, baby?
What's going on? I didn't really get to introduce myself like everybody else did. So let me explain to y'all me. I've been doing this since I was in the sixth grade, DJing. Before I became a football player, before I became the quarterback of my school, starting and doing everything else. I went to college, did DJing. I've been DJing for years. I've DJed for big artists, UGK. I've done openings for UGK, Mama West, and everybody else. I'm with a group that's called Urban Legends. Urban Legends is a group that we crack down with young youth that's on gangs and stuff like that. If you notice, the guys that was in Dallas who was shooting at the schools that turned themselves in, the organization I'm in is the guys who helped them turn themselves in. And it's a bunch of people. We work with youth. I've been working with youth since I was in my early 20s. And my thing is with East Texas is that we got a lot of people that think it's a joke.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and that's the problem right there. You got the kikis and all the hee-hees and the ha-has. But my thing is like this. We all acting like them other people. Them other people is trying to destroy history. You got to learn your history of what's going on in East Texas to know what's really, really, really how it's supposed to work. If you don't know that, then you don't need to be involved in none of that. Because my thing is that you're gonna go back and look at who was the DJs that helped me get to where I was at, and who helped them get to where they at. Because the ones y'all talking about now, I done helped a whole lot of them, and they ain't said my name not one time. But I don't care about that. But my thing is this: is that when we learn what's going on in East Texas, and all stick together and quit that hee and ka and that my Johnny Gill type of shit, then we'll be all right.
Already.
Thanks.
Now
I like
y'all gotta excuse me because I'm adjusting the screen as we go to try to get everybody on here properly. So I know people seeing it, man. It's the screen going crazy. I'm doing that, and I'm trying to get everybody up on here or whatever. And I'm trying to get it to where whenever somebody talk, I can pop them up in the solo. Okay, so who want to go next and got something to say?
Me, John
John
Ross.
Ross. Okay, to go with it, John.
Hey, first off, Tech, man, I want to give you your props, man, for taking the step to get everybody together. The shit starts with dialogue, man. To all the people on the panel, man, much love and respect. Miss Scott, I heard your name, but I don't know none of y'all. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, but the shit starts with what you're doing right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the homie said, he been DJing. No disrespect to your homie, I ain't never heard of him, but
Yeah.
so we assume that people know us. Like y'all probably don't know me. Like I've been doing my little podcast shit, and I'm trying to get that off the ground. Political street talk. Miss Scott, I'm gonna link up with you when we get through with this. But it starts with dialogue, man. Conversation. I say it all the time. It's a lot of people doing good shit, but we don't know each other. And
right.
it started right here, man, with us knowing each other. So once we know each other, so now I know Miss Scott doing that thing alone. Be much love to you, man. That sounds like some dope shit. I really want to be a part of it. To the brother out in Mount Pleasant, man, I want to pull up and get some footage at your spot. Hey, man, this how this shit start. To
That's
you,
right.
Tech, though, man, and with the Mount Rushmore stuff, I guess I'm glad he had it. Because without that, we wouldn't be on here tonight. So
Right.
Yeah.
we gonna turn it positive. We ain't gonna just harp on the negative shit. We gonna turn it positive, man. So some good came out of it. Cause I ain't
Right.
know none of y'all, ain't none of y'all know me. So now we know each other. I just had to say that shit though. Much love, Tick.
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
you was on the I think I tuned in with you when Byron was on the
Political street talk.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We watch, yeah, good stuff. We watch it too all the time with
Right. I
Jalen
Okay.
and
got
Well.
Man,
them.
hey man, but I've been talking about the real nigga campaign and linking up, man. That's what it's gonna take. I feel like in our communities, man, that division, that divide and conquer, man, they got us fucked up. And the main thing of it is this shit go back to sports. Like the homie said, he was starting quarterback. Shit, I think we all was. And that right there
Yeah.
alone, it divided us, man. You know what I'm saying? But it got to be something to bring us together. So I think this shit right here can be the start of what's good.
So the
Yeah. Yeah. We
You
gotta
gonna?
kind of look at it like how they doing the draft. You gotta understand the way they doing us. When we got done, we getting done like that for East Texas. They don't. We getting put in the back.
We
Yeah.
getting played on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We getting played on, man.
but
Dallas and
but
Houston come out here and tell they shit, and we running and buying they shit. But this right here is a real nigga campaign, man. We do this shit right. We Dallas and Houston have had their turn, man. We ain't had ours, so when we do this shit this time, we can take it over.
together
The
we
thing
stand.
is we gonna know what to do with it though. Everybody saying we need it,
That's what
we
this
need
is.
our chance, but we gonna know what to do with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like man,
That's
it's
what
so
this
much
is.
shit. Like
Yeah, that's what this is right now. This is the start of it.
Knowledge
This
is
is
power.
already. We got a comment down there.
You have to
We got
be.
my man D Fields saying yo. That's a
Mama
first
Scott
comment.
got something to say, Tex.
Yeah.
You got to be organized. That's the come together on one common goal, knowing what our purpose is. No ego. Literally coming to something and committing.
She cut off.
We,
Yeah.
in my opinion, meetings going on, bringing us out, actually, or
I can't hear you.
Yeah, yeah. You cutting out, Mama Scott.
Sis, you still there?
Yeah, she cutting out.
can't hear me.
You going in and out, ma'am.
Yeah. She got an iPhone 25, so I don't know what's wrong.
Already. A lot of time it could be where you at Wi-Fi. It could be a number of things. You know what I'm saying?
My man said 25.
Yeah, man, but I think to divide it we fall, so we can only win if we stick together and everybody play their position and play their part. And knowledge is power. So if anybody got knowledge that you don't think the people around you have, you have to share that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You have to share that knowledge. And you know, being from the hood, you have to break it down to the littlest term and share it. You know what I'm saying? You can't come off way up here because so many people won't understand it. But the first and foremost thing, man, I think is the love and respect for each other. You know what I'm saying? When I come to your city, man, and bring my people, you know what I'm saying?
Embracing
I
each
want
other.
you to treat me because if you come to Mount Pleasant, if you come to my spot, I'm gonna greet you and treat you like you're a superstar. I don't care who you are. They go for anybody that come through them doors up there. I do that all through the night, like walking and introducing myself and talking to my little partners, young and old, girls and boys, all that. You know what I'm saying? And that communication is definitely key. And in order for us to communicate, we got to be organized, like Mama Scott was saying. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing we need to do is get organized. And I'd like to see the brother with the podcast have 4 or 5 people on the spot with him. You know what I'm saying? Let
Yes, sir.
everybody be all, and all of us gonna bring some girls. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna bring some girls because we know where we from.
Can y'all?
Yeah, yes, sir. That's that link up I'm talking about. That's what I'm
Yeah,
trying to do. That's why I'm on here tonight.
yeah.
I can hear you just then. Dang, then you went out again.
Dang.
That internet won't let you be great.
Hey,
Tech
I
had
got.
fixed the Tech had fixed it a while ago.
Can y'all?
Yeah,
Well,
but
see,
you going in and out, sister.
yeah, you're going in now. I hear the background noise canceling button on here that I think that worked, but I don't know what's going on now.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Mama Scott, you on the highway? Mama Scott.
Yeah,
Yeah, for some reason it's like it's cutting you out. I don't know why.
But see that link up is real though, brother. Once we start introducing ourselves to people, man, and that's how this shit gonna grow. Cause I
Right,
promise y'all, man, I'm finding out some things tonight that got me super excited, man. Cause what she been doing alone with for 6 years,
right.
man, that's dope, man. But I didn't know. You know, you can't fault me if I ain't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's why
Right,
I
right.
always
Yeah,
That's
say
right.
but
marketing and promotion is so key. And from everything from that you can do to market and promote and get it out to the people is necessary. You know what I'm saying? Even from old school with the flyers to word of mouth to, I mean, there's so many ways to, you know what I'm saying, to do it. But that's what we got to do because we want everybody in East Texas to know about Fast Bass so they can show up, rather if it's just to support, if they want to get in the competition, or they're gonna have good vendors out there with good food out there. It's gonna be a lot going on. We're
Man,
gonna
it's
have
gonna be a lot.
we're gonna be out there closed circuit. We're gonna have our set up out there, me, DJ J Rock. We're gonna be out there interviewing people, letting people introduce themselves to the world or whatever you do. If you got a business, it's gonna be going down. So everybody need to know about Fast Bags. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Yes,
fast bags is
yes,
so crazy.
sir. Yes,
Fast bags
sir.
is so say, bro.
Can y'all hear me?
Fast Fast bags is so crazy, bro. You have to come look to see it to believe it. The thing is so elegant and so well put together. Mama Scott them have her and her team have done a great job every year that I've been. It's been mind blowing, and it gets better every year. So it's something that all of us need to be at. If it's just
I'm
to
not gonna miss.
support, I
Yeah,
promise you, I promise you, you
I
will
don't have
not
no
be
clue
let
how to
down.
turn this.
yeah. Because
You're going to be very
It just
impressed with
goes
what you
off.
see.
And that ain't on
because
there.
what John said was very important is everybody don't know everybody. East Texas is wide and vast. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you something about some people, though they were making comments last night, you know what I'm saying, other night when I was going live and they were laughing at all this about what I was saying about East Texas, because it's like they don't understand because a lot of people don't know East Texas. They ain't been around East Texas because they just been where they been. And that's cool. And that ain't no knock on nobody or nothing like that. I'm just saying the people that I know and I deal with, they know the land East Texas. They done been from the top to the bottom, and they done been here, they done been there, and they got love for this East Texas, and they want to see it out there on a larger scale. And I'm gonna tell you something else too. Them boys in Dallas and them boys in Houston, them boys that anybody who in Texas that know about East Texas, they know what we got out here. But ain't nobody standing on business. Ain't nobody
That's right.
standing up for it. So
That's right.
I know the little Kikis. I know the
Now,
ESGs. Okay, I heard you come in there, Mom Scott.
can y'all hear me now?
Okay, I
Yeah.
hear you now.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, so a lot of artists right now are Houston, even out of state.
Yep.
Because yeah, I can.
Damn, she couldn't in and out.
I'm still cutting it.
Yeah, yeah,
Somebody
it's
need to
like
mute their mic.
yeah, it's choppy.
Yeah, it sound like some wind blowing from somewhere, like a fan or air conditioner or the wind coming out of a car window or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh
so every mics need to be muted. Can y'all hear me? Okay. I don't want to host an event where we put this type of budget behind something, and then when it comes down to it, we have a lot of outside artists from Dallas, Houston, Austin, and all over, and then I got one or two artists from East Texas that's taking over Fast Bash, which is designed to create a lane for us. So, but the thing about it is, we get so much into our egos until people don't understand the purpose or the vision or the movement behind what Fast Bash is. If I wanted to just push my artist and my label only, I could take this same 15, 20,000, and I promise you I could find something to put behind them and do. But instead, we share this with the region, and it's heartbreaking every year to not see it beyond capacity because there's nobody out here that's gonna, the rainwaters or whoever that y'all look up to are not gonna spend 15, 20,000 in production in a venue, making sure the security is right for y'all, making sure the marketing is there, and they're not gonna uphold everything. I've literally seen him run 100 artists through a platform, brag about making 30,000 and gave away 1,000 and everybody was happy. Charge them $300 and $400 to get on the stage to compete for 3 minutes. I bring the blogs. I bring you all kind of just extra perks for y'all. I haven't made a dime off of Fast Bash. My goal is to never make a dime off of an artist. I'm different than most because, for one thing, my joy comes from being able to instill something inside of somebody. If I don't do nothing but give y'all the hope and the platform to show y'all that y'all are worth whatever this is that we got going on, from the videographers to the bloggers to the DJs to the engineers, producers, whatever it is that we have, I appreciate everybody because it takes us all to do this. But it's heartbreaking when you find people, this is part of the problem, in my opinion. Too many people are caught up on what they want, the acknowledgement, they want the shine. And I think I intimidate some people, honestly, because inadvertently I became something just by supporting, just by getting on this internet speaking my mind, just by saying I believe in my sons, I believe in my region, even artists outside of my own, and developing relationships with people like those that I'm getting to know right now on this platform. That's massive because it's so much talent in East Texas. It takes us all, y'all. There's nobody that's better than the other. What makes it bad is when you have the attitudes, or you start getting these little cliques. Everybody want to talk behind everybody back. If we don't sit at the table with each other, we don't go to church with each other, we ain't at the house with each other. I don't hate now one of y'all. I don't know y'all enough to even have a discussion on y'all in a negative manner. But do you realize how many of us will talk about each other and haven't even seen or even talked to each other just by what
Yeah.
you hear from somebody? That is a downfall. So we need to organize to get to know each other, to hear each other, to actually have an open mind, to come up with some type of game plan that's going to be successful. I wish I had enough money to put a label dead smack in the center of East Texas and show all these labels just what we have down here, because we have it like 1501. We got it like all these other labels that you see that are sitting here organizing. Sauce Walker them organized. That, I mean, it probably was street first, I'm sure. Casino organized. All these 600 of Big X them. I was one of the first ones to got two features from Big X before he blew with two artists. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's all about relationships. We can do the same thing if we all come together for one common cause. No, I might not be able to do what y'all do. I can never do what Benjamin does. I don't even try. I bought the equipment, don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I could probably do a little bit, but I know my part.
But
And
we
that's
know we
all I can
talked
do is
about that. We gonna get that together. That's a whole other thing because we gotta have multiple platforms. We gotta have a lot of everything. That's where it starts at. But what I want to do right now is I ain't mean to cut y'all, but what I want to do right now is we got some comments in the chat. And we want to pop the comments. They can pop it up on the screen. We gonna say who they is and what they saying. That way, we just everybody let the audience know we live. Okay, I got So Real, Wild, Waldo says when and where is Fast Bash taking place? I'm gonna let you take that, Mama
okay.
Scott.
Fast Bash is going to be July the 12th in Longview, Texas at the Reserve. Okay. The reason I chose the Reserve, I do not want to be put out of a building because people are intimidated by us when we start developing in massive amounts of crowds. That building is not one of the bigger venues that I have had in the past, but it is a nice one. It also harbors a outdoor side that's covered, that if you smoke, and a lot of people smoke, whether that's weed or cigarettes, you don't have to worry about somebody harassing you because I have my own security team and I have approved that to happen. So certain things that I know come with the culture that I try to consider when I'm doing stuff for us. So if you partake, then you got an area to go to. So July 12th at the Reserve from 4 p.m. to midnight is when that takes place. The competition is from 4 to 8 p.m. After the competition, after that, we will have a concert from some of the artists that have more motion, more movement with them. I have booked and paid them. And what I mean by that is somebody said, we need to start paying it. I've been paying East Texas artists. So that's the thing. I believe in paying somebody for their time. I believe in showing them that you are worthy enough to be paid, and that's just what that is. And I haven't made a dime. So just to make, I've booked artists and I haven't collected one penny yet. So that is a belief. And that's me showing them that this is how it's done. And that's on the and the reason why I did that, Benjamin, is because they've worked their asses off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So certain one it's levels to everything. The artists that are on the competition side, though, they're hot too. Don't get it twisted. They're hot too. But they still need artist development, some of them, or they want the exposure. They want their 2,500.
Yeah, they want to win that cash. They want
You
to.
know,
Hell, I think I'm gonna get in the competition. I'm gonna get up there and tap dance or something. I'm trying to win too. Shoot.
they props, the interviews, the pictures, and every artist that enlists in the competition also this year gets a professional electronic press kit. If you are an artist, that is your Bible. That is something that you need. That is not something that they need to skip steps on. Don't nobody want to look at your links. Don't nobody want to sit here and look it up. Give me your
Yeah,
EPK. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Each that enlists in this competition this year, courtesy of Miss Scott, will get a EPK that's going to be professionally done by Space Boy Fresh and Coach Drake out of Dallas. He showed the examples last night. Some of them joined the conference calls. We had 2 conference calls last night, one at 7, one at 9, to give details and for them to ask questions and everything about the details of Fast Bash. Fast Bash, no one's a loser. Anybody that steps through
Already.
that door, whether stage or not, you win.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go with a
Because
couple
what you
more.
leave,
Oh, uh,
okay.
already. Now
What'd
I'm
you
gonna
say,
go to a couple.
Benjamin?
Now I'm gonna go to a couple more comments, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna let DJ J Rock come in and say a little something. I'm gonna go to these comments right now. We got Green Light Go
Okay.
Hard. Say Fast Bash is the biggest showcase in East Texas. Uh, then we got Keisha Young say true. I don't know what that was reference to, but you just letting them know, just showing the comments on the screen where everybody can see what we got going on. We got Say Look Out Trilly. Definitely don't want to miss it. Everybody need to support it. It's Fast Bash. You know what I'm saying? So okay, this is the guy. Another he still asks a question. So real Waldo said, "How can I get booked? I don't or get on the show." He said, "Or get on the show."
Okay, where is he from? And when I hear that from an artist, I don't know who you are. Okay, not any shade, but you would have to get on my page. That we have a Fast Bash platform, website, Fast Bash 25 on IG. You can go to that. You can also it has me, Space Boy Fresh, all of us. You can contact if you are interested. We also have a link that you can hit to sign up. Once these 25 spots go for the competition, it's it. I'm gonna tell you this. I haven't had a problem ever filling up a platform. So not 9 out of 10, the slots will be gone before my deadline. And that it never fails. And then I have people like, Mama Scott, please. So that's just, we can't drag your feet on it. So if you want to go to the website or contact me directly, and I will talk to you more in detail about it. I have no problem with that
Okay,
message.
he said he's an artist from Tyler, Texas. That's what he said.
So if he's
Okay.
Um, and when I say shade, what I mean by that is like you got some artists in these texts, and I know J Rock, you and Benjamin, y'all know this, and some of those that are actively involved, Pops Johnson and stuff. Some artists are buzzing, you know what I'm saying? So like with this young man and artist, I would assume probably get on the competition side so people won't have to say, who are you? You know what I'm saying? I've never heard of you.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
the people that's buzzing is like the Gualapees and people that's out here that's already got names or they doing certain things in place that I feel like need to be commended. They need to be rewarded for it because they own it type stuff. You got people like Shoes McGee, just so many people, the YGB, what is his name? Fat, I think. I can't think of some of these artist names I get twisted up. Big Texas Country. It's just so many of them that I know.
Yeah.
My own lady those type of artists there have a buzz. Smitty Hawkins, D Journey, and stuff like that. So if you know you're not at that level, then I would strongly encourage the competition side because if you get in the competition, then don't if you win it, everybody is gonna know who you are. You know what I'm saying? So that's and plus you get money and prizes. So
Already. Already. Okay, DJ J Rock, I'm gonna let you have the flow, man, and just give him some game on just let him just give him what you got.
Well, my thing is this: I heard Mama Scott saying that she don't get paid for doing this, and I understand that. And that's the thing that we need to start trying to get involved because Mama Scott, you can get paid out of this part of it with, not even really doing too much. Just get you a BMI number if you don't have that. If you already got that, talk to me. I'll show you how you can get paid off of people just little points for what you do. I mean, that's the part of it. We need to teach these artists about all of that. Every artist I come across, I ask them, do they have a BMI or ABSCAP or anything? Because that's how we network. Because with me, I got a studio, and if I can't get paid DJing, this is how I get paid doing that. If I put you in the studio, we do a song with music and stuff like that. I just tell you we'll split the royalties. If you can't pay, we'll do it some kind of way like that. That way, it's still gonna get money some kind of way. Some kind of way you can get something out of it. But you both gotta push it. It's all about networking and pushing these things like that. That's why me as a DJ, I get paid monthly, PayPal from DistroKey because I bought a lot of people's records. I might have just said one word, but I got paid for it.
Well,
So
it's break up,
the way
y'all.
you can work it out is what I'm saying.
You
Go
kind
ahead.
of breaking up. You kind of breaking up, bro.
Yeah, you kind of breaking up a little bit, J Rock.
Oh, yeah, I was just saying about that's the way we connect and do that by everybody learning how to. Can y'all hear me?
I
Yeah,
can now. It went blank early.
yeah, I can hear you good now.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just saying people getting their BMI and everything else in order, paperwork.
I
Yeah,
I
that's
know all
important.
about that, and trust. I guess I never. The thing is that I've been blessed in so many other directions until it's just a passion for me. It's not something that I guess I could be getting paid if that's what I wanted to get. I just don't. I don't desire to get paid in this area. I don't know why. I rather invest and watch the seeds of what I plant prosper. And that's just me. That's why I say I'm cut in most,
Yeah.
and I want to capitalize off of this. That's something I love doing. It's not something I want to see myself getting rich from, or even getting a revenue from. I want to see my artists get that. That's why they have the BMIs and the ASCAPs in place. I don't even charge my artist, nothing. I have contracts in place, but I don't enforce them, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So
Uh,
a lot of people like, no, I just don't. If I genuinely fuck with you, I genuinely fuck with you. And if I'm okay right now. But it's just I love J Rock and I love Benjamin. I love Trill Talk. I love Byron Portley. I love so many of y'all. It's just sometimes I feel like I'm stepped on. And let me explain that. I'm not looking for validation. I don't need it. I'm looking for respect. I'm looking for the same respect I give back. When I holler y'all are not even around speaking on y'all holly. And I'm sure there's probably like that from y'all to me too. I know it. But the thing is, the same way I'm doing it privately, I'm gonna do it publicly when I fuck with you. I'm not gonna let nobody demean y'all. I'm not let nobody talk down on y'all's names in your absence. None of that. Side repping us, I'm repping all of it. And the rooms and the people I've been around, a lot of people haven't had those. I'm around certain people and doing certain stuff. I'm not hollering from Dallas. I'm not from Houston. I'm hollering. I'm from the Piney Woods of Longview, Tyler, Henderson. That is our roots. So I'm proud of that. So for that, I just want to say to y'all, all I want to do is see us teach Black kings how to change and up that have hindered them over the back when you was rapping, Tech. Back when J Rock say started this way back then, there were obstacles in then. There was that y'all think that could have been better, but it's time. Change needs to occur now. Time for us to stop talking about it and start being about it. Don't look I get people. How many niggas y'all know don't want to see y'all make it because They feel like if I get them this knowledge, they gonna blow faster than me, and I deserve that. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So then,
It's a lot of that, Mama Scott, because
Yeah.
that's what this whole everything is about to me. It's about we not the ones who is just about themselves and want to use East Texas when it's convenient, when it's a conversation to try to say I'm this, I'm that, and it's just really about them and a select few people around them, the ones who think representing East Texas is it's a joke, it's funny, it's LOL, everything they say is funny. Oh, the clothes and all that's funny. Okay, it's funny, but I'm gonna tell you something. When we put it on the slab and we start making these collaborations and we start doing these events and we start doing these movies and we start doing this in the name of East Texas, stay over there where you at. Cause it's cool though. It's
stay over there.
cool. It's cool, and we still
Cause
cool. But I'm more concerned with the people who want to put East Texas out there and proud of it and gonna wear it on our back and gonna represent from East Texas around the world. I don't care if you in New York at the Grammys or if you wherever you at in the world. I don't care if you're overseas. I want you to rep East Texas the same way that you would rep it when you at the crib or when you looking to be known as the best in East Texas. Because if the 4 or 5 people, most popular people in East Texas don't claim it, what good is that for the region?
Yep. Yep.
You
Cause
see what I'm saying?
Mama Scott, I want to make a joke. I know you know Sauce Walker real good, right?
I
But
know him a
before
little bit.
I don't know if he ever told you this story. I don't know if he ever told you this story. I DJ'd for Sauce Walker in a concert in Tyler, Texas.
What happened?
And when he left Tyler, Texas, he went out there to
It's just
Kilgore.
going on, and I can't hear nothing.
Can you hear me?
I can
I
hear you.
I hear you, J. Rock.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Well,
Yeah. I don't know. Mama Scott, can you hear me?
I mean, why does he do it? What? I mean, I just don't
But
understand.
he went out there to Kilgore, Texas, and he know what about East Texas now
already.
because they welcomed him to Kilgore real well.
No, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
we got another comment. Green light, go hard. Much respect to everyone
I
on this
mean,
panel.
literally, I
Just
can't
went
hear nothing.
to another level.
This is crazy.
Y'all keep pushing the culture forward. Already. Hey, we're gonna get you on here tomorrow, Green Light. I just couldn't. I got 8 people on here, and I'm trying to give everybody the flow for a little bit. Okay, let me go to who somebody I brought in
I
here
can't
a
hear
minute
nothing.
ago, and I brought somebody in, but I don't really know if you in the building, introduce yourself.
Don't be shy.
I don't know. Somebody I brought in here a while ago because I added one more person.
Well, I wanna shout out J Rock, man. Me and J Rock and Ro Tarantino talked for about an hour and 15 minutes yesterday. Say, bro, the brother got a lot of stuff going on, man, and he got a lot of plugs. He got a hell of a catalog, autobiography, whatever you want to call it, as to some of the things he done for this music and in East Texas, you know. And he's one DJ that I think is genuine, and we need more genuine DJs that understand what we're trying to do for those that have the BMI and those that have the material on point, paperwork on point, and things like that to get spins when they out and about and they not with us. You know, I hate when I go to a DJ or I hire a DJ to come to my spot and I give him 2 songs to my artist to play, and the songs is hot, but and you say you love them, but you never play them anywhere else if we not around. You know what I'm saying?
Already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No. And I just appreciate that. And then another thing, like if I take the time out to say, man, check these 2 songs out for me. That's 6 minutes, 5.5, 4.5, 5 minutes. And tell me what you think as a DJ. You know what I'm saying? I want your honest opinion. Don't be biased. You can't hurt my feelings. Tell me the real. You know what I'm saying? And they might not ever answer They see it and everything, and they might not never answer what And I know we all got other things going on, but I'm just saying, keep our hope alive for our artists because it's some young artists in East Texas, bro, that blow me away that I ain't never heard of till I hear their name somewhere and go look them up. And I'll be like, wow, how I didn't hear this dude. It's a lot of East Texas have a lot of good talent in it, man. But we can't let it go to waste. And I'm glad we got this conversation going on right here because it's very meaningful. It's very needed. And like me and Mama Scott, I've been across the world with Mama Scott. And I ain't just saying that, what I'm saying? And she head up, chest up, and getting at it in every city we ever been in. And we need more people that's locked in like that, man. We need more people that's locked in like that. I'm 67 years old and I'm still out here, but you young motherfuckers got to step up, man. I'm tired.
Exactly. Hold on. Okay, now somebody fell out, somebody fell in, but if somebody ain't got to say something here in a minute, let me know what you in the building, and that way we can try to get everybody time to speak their piece.
I guess I'll go next, man.
Who it is?
This Rich, this twin.
Okay, I'm
So
gonna pop you up full screen where everybody can see you.
yeah, you good. So, I don't, like you said, I'm the one that's, what I'm saying, different from, what I'm saying, everybody, because, I'm not a rapper, a DJ, or, promoter, anything, but, anything positive, I'm all with it, and I know John, what I'm saying, that, his podcast is real influential, what I'm saying, the youth, what I'm saying, I'm all about targeting the youth in a positive way. I know music is always has been a thing for people to express themselves, they life stories, what I'm saying, to get it out there to be heard. Everybody want to be heard, what I'm saying? And to the point of East Texas is, the unity of it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's missing. And that's, I'm glad to be, that I was able to be a part of the panel, and much love and respect to everybody on the panel. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I come from a different background, you know what I'm saying? And, everything I got, you know what I'm saying, I worked for it, wasn't nothing given, you know what I'm saying? But it was all the legal way. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to step on nobody's toes. Nobody stepped on mine. I ain't have to, go do jail time. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit that's glorified out there in a positive light, in the sense of cars, clothes, money. I was able to get that off a job, you know what I'm saying? 6 figures with no college education. You know what I'm saying? I'm a captain. I travel far as Chicago, Brownsville, Pensacola. Right now I'm in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? I stay in Houston, but I'm from East Texas from my enterprise, you know what I'm saying? So, Mama Scott, I didn't, I've never heard of you. And I'm glad I'm glad to meet you. I'll be at your the bash. You know what I'm saying? I got a family union down there in East Texas, I think on the 12th. July 5th, I'll be in Houston at Screwfest, at the car show. Got my Hellcat Durango in the shop, coming back at, just spreading the positivity that you ain't gotta do a lot of illegal shit. You ain't gotta do illegal shit, period, to have what you want out of life. Hard work, dedication, so that's gonna be from the booth to anything that you do in life. Pointing the youngsters in that direction, letting them know, the importance of not crashing at. That's what I'm all about. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, rapping is essential. Music is essential. We all what we listen to a lot of the times, especially with the youth, to where, I'm not saying, oh, let's just, we got positive influential rappers, rap about what you want to rap about, but we do need to put a focus outside of rap as well and touch these kids, man, because that's the future. We all got kids, and they very vital to what's up and coming. You know what I'm saying? And showing them the right way is the only way.
Already. I'm about to somebody dropped out. I don't know who, but I'm finna invite another guest, D Feel Good out of Tyler. He an artist, like actually paint artist, like paint, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh you see his comment down there at the bottom, but I'm gonna let John Ross have the flow for a second while I do this right here and invite my man on. Where you at, John? Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah,
pop
yeah,
you up
yeah, yeah,
full
yeah,
screen.
yeah, yeah. Uh, but the most positive thing I can say, man, is the link up. The link up is real, man. You know, we just go through life and we assume that everybody know what we do and what we offer when most of the time, you know what I'm saying, people just trying to survive out here. So they ain't really just up on everything. But this right here panel, man, reach one, teach one. We gonna be all right, man. I promise y'all, we gonna be all right. This how this shit started, man.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But hey, y'all tune in on Wednesday nights, man, on John Ross page. On my page is John Ross, the one with the blue check verified, man. At 8:30, we do a show, man, called Political Street Talk. With me and Jason Ball, man. You know what I'm saying? We just give our perspective and try to stay positive, but we're gonna give it the real, the way that we see. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't know everything. So our show was predicated around dialogue, what we doing today. Cause if we talk about enough shit, somebody gonna get tired of hearing it and we're gonna put some motion and some action to that shit.
Already. Hey John, it's something that I was thinking about. You know, we talked about trying it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying, where I can control and y'all both be on there, y'all can have your get like kind of like we on here now.
Yeah.
We'll get together and we can try that just on an off night of when y'all ain't on y'all regular night, and we'll see how that go too. Because my whole thing, I got this platform, man. I done paid for this streaming and all that, and I don't even hardly use it like that. And I'm trying to give people a way where we can have different stuff going on coming out of East Texas and keep building up to make it as professional as we can to show these people the best way we can show them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we could try that
Um,
and just you know what I'm saying, give everybody a taste of that too, and or
I,
whatever.
I
But
I would love it. I would love to do that. And what's her name, Mama Scott? If you would love to, I would love for you to be my guest on Political Street Talk. So the people who follow me can be introduced to you as well. Cause I love what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? From what I'm hearing, and let's run it.
Mama
Can
Scott,
she hear
what
me?
you
She
say?
there?
I don't know. It's like she coming in and I don't know if let
That's
me
cool.
see.
She go back and watch it. But you know what I'm saying? My deal of it is, man, and I want to link people up, man, because a lot of us doing good shit, but we don't know each other. That's our only problem, man. Just like the dude at the bottom with the comment, man, Mr. Good. We didn't know him. You know what I'm saying? This how this shit starts, is the link up.
Okay. Hold on, I got Mama Scott on here twice. I think, let me see. I think she inboxed me. Hold on, y'all. Uh it'd be a lot to do on here when I be trying to I'm let me see, what did she send me? She recording has to start something. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Damn. But hey, somebody else grab the flow because I'm trying to figure out what's going on right quick. Because I got Mama Scott on here twice, but I guess she can. Okay, Mama Scott, I see you popping in and out, Mama Scott. I don't know why, but
But if you need somebody to grab the flow, I grab it right quick.
yeah, go on, grab it.
I say, man, Trill Talk, no pill talk, man. Hey, man, appreciate you, man. Much love. Y'all can check me out. I'm on there too, man. Me and him linked up. He done an interview with me and my co-host Jason Ball. It's on his YouTube channel. But y'all, man, towards the Mount Rushmore of the rap, man, East Texas is so big, man. They consider Beaumont East Texas, and where I live, that shit 3.5 hours from me. Just like Texarkana is 2 hours. So East Texas is so vast, man. We ain't gonna never be able to just sit down and pinpoint um some exact people. But what we gonna have to do, we sit on here and talk about people playing their role, and then niggas get mad about their role. Man, honestly, I'm outside looking in, so it don't matter to me who on the Rushmore. If they come to East Texas and see them, if you got some motion, they're gonna have to see you too. So I think we put too much emphasis on who were. Just handle your business, and if you rocking right, then they gonna fuck with you. Uh, that right there was something I needed to talk about, man. You know what I'm saying? But for as the Trill Talk, no pill talk, man. Shout out him for sparking this conversation, man. I'm gonna have to bring him back on my show or try to get on his so we can elaborate on this. But to all of y'all watching, man, if y'all need somewhere to express yourself, man, political street talk, contact me, man. Right now, we ain't charging nobody shit. We just trying to get out there, you know what I'm saying? And we showing love to everybody. Uh, we in the motion, man. We getting ready to start pulling up. Pop Johnson, man. I want to pull up to Mount Pleasant and rock with you. DJ J Rock, man. Much love to you, man. I want to figure out a way to rock with you as well. Plus, I need to learn that game you was spitting earlier. That knowledge is power. But to the people out
Hey,
there watching, man,
hey, John,
yeah,
give them. Oh yeah, I did send you an invite, DF. I sent you an invite. Uh, give them a rundown on when your show is one more time, so they can know what time it is.
it's every Wednesday night at 8:30. Sometimes we be running a little late, so we go live no later than 8:45. On my platform, John Ross is the one with the blue check, is verified. And it's the show is political street talk, man. We started it simply for dialogue, man, to talk about current events and political stuff. Most people don't give a damn about politics. That's the reason why I chose it, because I feel like if we knew about it, then it's so much money in that field that we don't have to worry about not getting shit. We can go take what's ours, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of stuff that people don't know. And I understand that people are so busy working and shit trying to pay their bills. They don't have time to learn some of the shit that we be talking about. That's why I felt like it was important for us to create this platform to teach them. You know what I'm saying? And just to piggyback on how all this shit tie ins together. Without the no trill talks or the political street talks or the closed circuit network, it's damn near gonna be next to impossible to get the East Texas artists out there. Cause like I said, East Texas is so big, man, that
Yeah,
for instance, I only know rap niggas from Henderson. Why? Cause I fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to nobody else. I'm not saying they ain't jamming. But hey man, Jay So Groovy, that's my son. 500K lead. Them boys that's on Impulse Entertainment, man. Them dudes hot. But I take it back farther than that. Back when Byron himself was rapping, man, 100 Born Fly with him and West, man. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Not that I don't respect the other people, man. I didn't know them dudes. I wasn't rocking with them. So that's how I know it's important for us to link up, man. Once we link up and we know that shit hit different. It's like, oh, okay, I know him, I can support him. But if you don't know him, man, shit, niggas ain't going out their way to support somebody they don't know. That's why it's important that we on here now trying to link up, man. That's what's holding us back as a race of people all across the nation, not just here in East Texas. We don't know each other. Until we
yeah,
know each other, shit, we gonna keep getting what we getting.
yeah. That's a good point, John. That's a good point. And people gotta understand that the everybody want to just try to just shit on somebody who may be a little older than you, that got a little bit more knowledge than you, that may have been through more things in life than you, because they feel like they it's their time now and they know this and they know that. But I'm gonna tell you something. The hand to hand, getting out there, going to the club with flyers, with your QR code, since that's so easy now to scan it and all that. You need to be at the clubs putting up your music out there so people can know you, because everybody don't know you just because you got a following online. You can grow your online streams by stuff you do in the streets. You go into the mall, have your cards on you, introduce yourself. Hey man, I'm such and such, such and such. I saw a clip with Mo3 where he said before he even had a mixtape, he used to do that and go to other people that just rapping and say, "You rap?" He'd be say, "Yeah, let me hear your stuff." You listen to his stuff for a little bit and he's, "Okay, I'm Mo3. Listen to me. This is my stuff. I'm gonna come out with a mixtape." And he built himself up until people, now everybody know who he is and all that. And unfortunately, whatever happened on up there or whatever, that's what we don't want to happen in East Texas. That's why we having these conversations, because everybody don't know everybody. And that's something that people got to understand in East Texas. You may say you the whatever in East Texas, but somebody over here in another town or city may not know you. And I made the statement earlier. I'm gonna wrap it up and I'm gonna pass it on. I'm gonna let D feel good say what he gotta say. But it's like when I say East Texas, ETX is like a city. And your town is like a hood. Think about it like that, because we look at it from the world view. When the world look down on us, or somebody from Houston or Dallas come to East Texas, they gonna say, yeah, I went to East Texas. If somebody asks a question and they say, well, where at in East Texas? Oh, I was in Tyler. Okay, you in Tyler, you know what I'm saying? That's all they gonna know. But then if they say, where was you at in Tyler? He gonna have to ask the person that he went in Tyler, where we at? Oh, we on the north side? Oh, I'm on the north side. I'm in North Tyler. That's how that works. That's why I say when we represent East Texas, we gotta look at it like our town is just the hood. It ain't no different than saying you in Dallas, but you in Oak Cliff, or you in North Dallas, or you in West Dallas, or you know what I'm saying, or you in Pleasant Grove. That's how you got to look at East Texas, because it's so big and it's so wide and it's so vast. It's so many miles in between. You know what I'm saying? That's what we just, and everybody ain't got to think like I think. That's just my perspective and how I look at it and how I know we can bridge the gap and make it to where everything ain't so far and in between. And if you're an artist or got a business out there, this is how you gonna get yourself out there. This is just a little game that I'm throwing out there. I'm gonna get a flow to D Feel Good, and I'm gonna pop up some comments at the same time. Mama Scott says she in the comments. Let me see, pop up what she said or whatever. Okay, D Feel Good, I'm gonna give you the flow.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, my name D Feel Good Originals. I'm from Tyler, Texas. I'm a painter. I DJ. I do film, and I'm making music again. But mostly what I do is paint and make clothes, though. And so basically, what I wanted to say, Ted, we done talked about this before. It's just like everybody got a calling, right? Like everybody calling is not to rap. Everybody calling is not to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got a special and unique gift that was given to them by God. And so, like, for example, like I paint, like that's my main thing, and it's not really a whole lot of painters around here that I know of, especially black men. But that's what God gave me to use. So I just feel like that's my input on when it comes to stuff like that, when people get upset about the list, and not to say that they music not good or they not dope. Cause we can be good at a lot of things, but like what you called to do is something totally different. Like you gonna succeed regardless. Now, putting on for the region, that's a whole nother conversation too when it comes to that. I feel like wherever you at, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Shit. They know when I come through where I'm from, and I'm happy to represent it. So that's just my input on it. Like I say, when it comes to people getting upset about the list, like, hey, we can do is follow our calling and we're gonna be successful regardless. So
Already.
yeah.
We trying to get Mama Scott back on here. And I'm doing this as I go, y'all, because it's like as people come in and come out, it adjusts on the screen different. So I got it set up for 6 people right now, and I think I don't know if we got 7 or 8, or I don't even know, but I'm trying to keep up with it, man. It's
Hey, could I get the flow a little bit? I ain't had a real. I said something at first, but I ain't really had time to say nothing. I just been
who it
listening.
who it is? Cause I don't know who it is. Who it is?
This T Money.
T Money already. You got the flow, T Money.
Man, first of all, man, I'm from Marshall, Texas, and I done a lot of stuff. I got a little mentor group and thing too that's anti-gang and stuff for the youth. I do a bunch of stuff with the youth, basketball coach, stuff like that. And plus I'm real heavy in the music scene around these parts. And man, I be feeling some type of way because not in a bad way. I just look around and see how the music scene going. And it's like when people make lists and do stuff like that, they never put Marsha like in the mix. Now, don't get me wrong. I know everybody got to work for what they do. I ain't saying like nobody just all because we from Marsha, somebody rap that they deserve to be on anything. It's just that like when we speaking in East Texas, I feel like Marsha don't get they just due, and I'm trying to, I'm trying to change that. I see all the other shit going on in
Hey,
the
hey,
world as
hey,
far
hey,
as
hey, T Money, is you on camera? I hear you, but I
yeah,
don't see you on camera.
yeah, I thought I was.
For some reason, I can't see you. Okay, I seen something moved in, something happening. Yeah, I hear you, but I don't see you.
Nah, it's pitch black on you, homie.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God damn.
because I got
But
you on
shit,
solo.
that's how you change it though, man. You repping Marshall right now, man. Marshall on the scene.
Yeah,
Yes,
because you know,
and
I got a lot of people from Marshall. I've been knowing T Money for a minute, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't chopped it up in a while, but you know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
from back in the days, man, because we was all about this East Texas movement and moving it, you know what I'm saying, forward, or whatever. But hold on, let me see.
Yeah,
We got
them dude was from Marshall. You shot that music video with back at the car show.
yeah. And I got Byron and 100 when they was 100 fly, and I had them boys get a cameo on there. But T Money,
hey, I just want
try to get back
huh?
on the camera. Try to get back on the camera, T Money, if you can. I don't know what happened with your art, your video. We audio straight, but the video, some kind of way, the video ain't
Damn.
working.
I don't know, man. I'm pressing that motherfucker. It ain't working. I'm pressing it though.
Hey, but just
Shit.
go on and let them know. Just say what you're gonna say,
Yeah.
fam.
So man, I'm just, like Tig. Like I'm gonna be honest with y'all. With that list thing, I really wasn't looking at it on no, because when I see the rest of that shit, man, I see Nas. I see, people like that that's really, and when I look at back, like Tig, man, you done a lot of shit for this East Texas shit. You know what I mean? Like Mama Scott, she done a lot of shit for this East Texas shit. Like Trill Talk, ain't no problem with him. And like old buddy say, some of these conversations, they tough conversations, but they conversations that need to be had. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? But when you go on there and I just don't like the divide, man, because when you look at, man, we, like you said, East Texas ain't nothing but like little hoods, man. If we could just get a few people just to sit down, listen to each other. Everybody not gonna agree with everybody. We are human. That's just how they go.
Yeah.
We gotta sit down and try to, work this shit out, man, because I've been getting money off my music for the longest. Like, and I be you want to spread it, but it seems like every time we try to help each other, it's other people in the way, and that shit cause confusion,
Yeah.
unnecessary confusion. Like we haven't, like Mama Scott say, and like everybody else been saying, like old dude just said, it's a calling. Everybody want to be the chief around here. When if we
Yeah.
could just take over our little section and then everybody come together, because first of all, if it's no if we not organized, man, I'm telling you, man, it's not gonna work. If we can't talk to each other and we give our hard opinion, not that soft shit, and won't nobody get
Yeah.
in their feelings and go to run around, oh man, I don't fuck with him no more. I don't fuck with them. I don't fuck with them. And that shit divides, because you might be way up there where you from, and you just speaking. You might say, well, man, I don't fuck with T Money. And another nigga come tell me, hey man, well shit. Tex say he don't fuck with you, instead of me being grown and being a man and first and coming to you and saying something to you about it. The shit just linger on and linger on and linger on. And people be done lost their lives. People done got sidetracked. People done went to jail. People done put money behind us. Like, it's a loss for everybody.
Big
you know,
facts.
and and,
Yeah.
and I'm just, I'm sitting back and really like to see each other. One thing I have noticed about us, like when other cities do something, like soon as everybody heard Dallas got signed, we already know East Texas is right there. You can't miss it. Once you cross over in the Turl and shit, you here, baby. You know what I mean? And
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's like, instead of everybody taking the play, like they talk, I listen to people talk about rappers. They talk about the young rappers up there that, oh man, they can't rap. They ain't saying nothing. They might not be saying nothing, but they sticking together
Yep. And they getting on.
and they getting on. And they ain't talking about killing each other. They ain't got this nigga on this side doing that. They done learned they listened about the other shit. That's not my business, but I'm just saying, like, people really waking up around this motherfucker, man. And
Okay.
and,
Okay.
and
T Money, I ain't mean to cut y'all, but it's something you said that I had to respond to that. This is one thing, listen, that we all got to learn about respect. Okay, now every man, especially when you're in entertainment or in business, your name is everything. Your name is all you got. When you got people that want to belittle you as a man, I don't care if you feel like he ain't from that hood. I don't care if you feel like you don't like this person, whatever. Okay, fine. But when you go to publicly dissing somebody or
Mm-hmm.
hating on somebody, you don't get to make the rules on how they respond. And a lot of people didn't like the way that some people responded when some people was trying to hurt their name. And that's when it gets so deep to where we can't come back from that. Because once people start getting hit up and all that stuff start going on,
Mm-hmm.
you ain't gonna be able to stop that.
Nah.
That's why I do everything out of respect. If I speak on somebody's name or whatever, I speak on their name out of respect. If it's something I don't agree with, I'm gonna say, okay, this is what I don't agree with about it, but I still down with them. I'm still cool with them. It ain't no like I'm hating. I'm just
Right.
giving my opinion. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Now you can continue on, T Man.
Yeah, then see that be the thing. Like a lot of people, like so many people, they so used to people clapping for them about bullshit to where when you come to them with some real shit, they think you hate. You might tell, hey man, that's a good song, but man, damn, you need to get your song mixed a little bit. Oh, they hear this nigga here go every time people. I don't know why people are like that because you'll never get better if you can't take criticism.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
All of us. All
You
of
Already,
know,
us.
and it's
already.
I mean, I had to learn too. Don't get me wrong. I ain't just on this motherfucker like I've been, hell, I had to bump my head a few times with this shit too. This music, you got to have, boy, you got to have damn near a callus on your heart to make this shit work. You got to damn near not give a fuck. It seems like everybody that give a fuck be the one getting fucked over.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And it's
for
like, man, I
real.
just feel like, I mean, I don't want to go too deep into that. I'm just, I just feel like, man, with East Texas, man, we got so much great shit from all over this bitch. When ain't nobody heard us, ain't nobody really heard the artist. Once once they go to hearing it, we go to attacking that shit and putting this music out, everybody working together, they ain't gonna know who to choose from. Same thing with the New Dallas.
Yep, yep. And just one thing, and I'm gonna let I don't know who else he ain't got to speak in a minute. I'm gonna let them somebody else grab the mic or Mama Scott or Pops or somebody. But
Yeah, I got something to say on that too.
okay, but go on blast off, John. Go on blast off.
Hey, just like in Dallas, man, them boys they all share that same profile picture, man. I think we need to come up with that ETX, man. E-Sex is the campaign, man. And everybody go on and put that on their profile to show that unity, man. So we can go on and show the streets that unity. You know what I'm saying? And come up with that hashtag to all the people in East Texas can put that shit like on Facebook, whatever they got going, hashtag East Texas the campaign. And that way all the shit will be right there in one spot so everybody in East Texas can actually see what everybody got going on. Cause if you gotta go out and search a nigga and find him, shit, you ain't gonna never know him. You
Yeah,
got to
yeah,
find a way to put it in everybody's face. You know what I'm saying? To where they can see it in an easier accessibility to seeing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
already.
Oh yeah.
Hey, once again, I'm Pops Johnson, man. For all y'all that don't know me, man, from Mount Pleasant. Ro Tarantino is my son and my artist. We will be at Fast Bash this year, supporting Mama Scott and whatever she
I
doing.
can't see you, Pops.
I know
I
you
hear you.
can't, cause I'm
Oh,
trying to
oh,
get dressed to get to the
oh,
club.
okay,
Boy,
okay,
you
yeah.
don't want to see me now. I done lost weight. My stomach
Oh
flat.
man.
Nigga, I got six pack.
Oh man.
Already, I'm gonna take you out the solo then. I'm gonna go ahead on though. You know what I'm
But
saying?
no, and the two brothers that just spoke last, the last two brothers, the first one that spoke for a few minutes, a good 3 minutes, boy, you hit on some stuff there. You hit on
Yeah,
some points, man. You hit on some points, bro. I mean, I'm listening. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening, and you hit on some points, man. And bro, I think what we really need to do, we need to all sit down at the big round table, face to face, so you can get a face to that voice. I can tell you I'm Pop Johnson, but until we sit down and really get some charisma going on, rub some shoulders and things, and just blase and talk about it and see where it go from there. But this is a great start, brother. And actually, to me, it started with me. Actually, Robin pushing East Texas Unity Movement. You can go back 10 years on my Facebook or his Facebook and see it. But we didn't have this structure right here that's coming about right now. You know what I'm saying? And so the dude that having I think you from Henderson, brother, that had Byron Portland on there. What's your name again?
John Ross.
John Ross.
John Ross. Hey, y'all got a beautiful platform that all East Texas need to make it grow. You really,
Yes,
really need to
sir.
make it grow because y'all got some stuff, and it ain't just about music. It ain't just about partying. It ain't just about I mean, what I heard when y'all was talking the other night, I was impressed, very impressed. So, man, keep up the good work, man, and we got to make this thing come together, man, because we all we got, man, and we ain't just doing it for us. We doing it for the youth, man, because they need to see some structure in us as grown people. You know, they don't have to see where the white guy and his family is doing these things and looking beautiful on a positive level. For
Mm-hmm.
Spanish crew, let them. I just had a Easter party for the kids last Saturday over here, Family Fun Day. I do that every year, me and my brother. We do something like that every year, Juneteenth and everything, and it be for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to show them that we can gather up and have a good time without having an argument, a fight, or some drugs going on, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? And so I admire everything we're doing, and shout out to Rap, man. Pick, but
What's up, man?
Pick, you put a Pick. You told me yesterday that I'm loving it, bro. I'm loving it, bro.
But this just a start. You know, we done had a lot of conversations behind the scenes. Ben Mama Scott done had a conversation behind John. Everybody on here, J Rock. And we're gonna start doing more behind the scenes to put stuff together to help some of these people and artists do things. But while we talking about this, since you got a spot, we need to have a weekend where ETX weekend and people from all over can come up to Mount Pleasant and just kick it up there at your spot, and we can show some love to each other up there and do a little meet and greet. You know what I'm talking about?
Bro, every weekend, bro, every Saturday night, man, it's on and popping for real.
Every
Oh,
Saturday night in Mount Pleasant, and where?
at the Mardi Gras Club, man, it's the Mardi Gras. If you look it up, it's the Mardi Gras Seafood bar. You know what I'm saying? Fresh seafood bar. You know, we got fresh seafood. We got mixed drinks. We got a live DJ, and we got a bunch of motherfuckers putting their boots on the ground.
Okay,
I
hold on
come
a
up
second.
there, goddamn.
Okay, I got in the
Oh
booth
shit, I'm on
TV. I saw this earlier, but I didn't get to really. I in the booth TV. I think if you send me an inbox or send me an inbox right now, and I'll send you the link. I thought I sent y'all the link, but man, it's crazy.
I'm already on here, chick. I'm on here
Okay,
now.
oh, okay, but that's what I'm saying. Hey,
there.
well, who is that? Who is that?
Man, you know who this is, chick. We've been fucking around for years, man, ever since the
Yeah,
Noah G.
yeah, but see, my screen is little. It got so much on the screen, I can't really see. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
I this, this
Hold on.
Johnny, man, this Johnny,
All right, well, yeah, take the flow, fam, and let them know what time it is.
this Johnny. I'm really from Shreveport, but I live in Marshall. I know Mama Scott. I've been talking to Mama Scott all the time. She know who this is. I hope she know.
Yeah,
Mr.
But yeah,
Frank,
man, huh?
I'm
how
trying to
are
put
you?
you on
But
solo
yeah,
layout.
but
Now
yeah,
go ahead,
Yeah,
man,
fam.
introduce yourself, brother, because I
I
don't
just,
know
I
you. I
just
know.
been, I just been listening. You know, I just been sitting on here listening, man. But the thing with me with this East Texas thing is that, man, first of all, man, half of the artists need to get their paperwork straight, bro. Don't none of them have their paperwork straight. Then
Yeah,
and
We,
then and then and then and then they rapping on all these YouTube beats. They'll never make no money. So it's gonna always be a problem.
already.
that
So
depends
so
And
so so from my
that
understanding,
depends on who it is.
so my understanding, you offer them services, right?
yeah, we done did, man. We've been doing this shit for damn near what 10, 15 years.
Already. So that's what I'm saying. See, that's what we got to do and put out there in the mix. and start getting the information out there to where people know when they say when they looking at this category of what they need to move whatever they doing forward, they can get that done. That way they can move forward with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because man, I said back onto my man, we've been telling artists of this shit for like I know 10, 15, 20 years. Check, we've been doing this shit since the Noah G, J
Yeah,
Real, J Real, soul
yeah,
music. Man, we've been doing this shit down to 30 some years, man. Come on, man. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? I get paid for my music, nigga, while I'm asleep. You hear me? And I'm
Already.
talking about I've been trying to give motherfucker this game for a long time, but the thing about it is, like Mama Scott always say, motherfucker want something for free. And shit is not free. I don't rap. You know what I'm saying? That's how I get paid for marketing and promo. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that they just won't listen. They don't listen. You can tell it, you can give them the game all day long, but they just won't take it and run with it. You know what I'm saying? I send them the links to how to register their music. I tell them, and they just, I don't know. I don't know what
Oh,
the problem
oh,
is with them.
okay, okay. This is something I'm glad you said that because this is what we got to start doing, right? Uh, we ain't just gonna. This ain't gonna be the. We gonna do it again tomorrow night. If I ain't got to go to work, we gonna do it again tomorrow night because it's so much good knowledge and game up in here that we got to keep on putting it out there until they, you know what I'm saying, get it right. You know what I'm saying? But
That just, I don't mean to cut you out. That's just like P Money that he on here right now. He was my first artist when he got out the pen. He get paid for his music right now. Anything that he do right now.
already, I got a comment from an East Texas legend, Deuce Perry, in the building. You know what I'm talking about? It's going down like talking about. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Deuce Perry. I got green light, go hard. I'm an East Texas artist and a student of the game. Spill it on me. I'ma soak it up. That's my man right there. He one of the young guns that I know that's ripping hard in this East Texas game. And y'all gonna be hearing about him if you haven't heard him or go check out his music. Um, I'm gonna let Mama Scott grab it one more time and drop that fast bash on him. For sure. Drop that on him for sure.
Okay, sorry about, okay, I hear like reverb, so can y'all mute your mics, please? Okay, so again, to wrap up Fast Bash, if you need to contact me directly, inbox me or call me. My number is 903-806-2555. All of my platforms are public. Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear you.
Can you hear me, Tech?
Yeah, yeah, you're good.
Okay. All of my platforms are public. So you can inbox me on IG or Facebook Messenger, or you can contact me through my text message. Yeah, so if they can contact me straight through my phone, like I said, my number is 903-806-2555. Please text me because I get a lot of spam calls and I don't answer a lot of calls, especially if I don't have you locked in. It is July the 12th. It is the most important thing to me for an East Texas artist to be a part of, period. This is a huge start for you. And if a lot of the artists that have been a part of Fast Bash, when they started with me on the first one, they have never missed one. That's how significant it is and how impactful it is to everybody connected, not just the artist. We have a lot of pride when we walk away from that evening and from that night. It gives us a sense of accomplishment, togetherness, unity, and hope after Fast Bash. I speak very highly of that. For one, I am God led. That's because everything I do, I put God at the forefront of everything I do. And I use my platform to remind Black people, not just Black males, we are all we got. And we are against each other. We can't say East Texas against everybody if it's East Texas against East Texas. East Texas got to learn the common denominator and the formula of success. That is numbers coming together, building something strong, building something solid without the chaos, without, like I said, the fuckery, the egos, all this shit here that come with it. Get out of yourself, because we are in our own way. We're in our own way here in East Texas. And when I go to Houston and stuff like that, I don't care what problems that they might have internally. When they show up together, they are solid and they are on one level. I promise you that. It's nothing but positive vibes. East Texas has come a long way, so I don't want to down us, because I give my hats off to East Texas, because you guys are making progress. You guys are elevating, and you are finding ways, just even being on this call tonight, having the interest to listen to any of this without negativity. It's going to take us all to stop the fuckery. The fuckery needs to go away. And that's why I love Fast Bass, because Fast Bass was the first place I got in front of a park at what's the name of that park? Shit. Teague Park in Longview. And I was able to tell a park full of Bloods and Crips to stop killing each other. Use the music to vent. Use the music to get your hurt out. That's why I'm very, very fond of East Texas artists, because I know I made a difference when I came out off of my couch supporting my sons back then. I know I made a difference when I could sit and have conversations with young adults that struggled behind their music. See, music is deeper. It's deeper than this music. It's deeper than the entertainment. It all starts from things that we are hurting from, things that we lack, things that we desire. It's more than wanting to come into music for a bag. Why do I say that? 9 out of 10 of us would never understand what it's like to make it to that level, because this is such a easy industry to TikTok to and everything else. Anybody can be a breakout artist nowadays due to the internet. But if you stay consistent, if you stay prayed up, God will bless you in his time. That's the thing. We get in our own way by not listening to him first. So I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate Benjamin Harkless. I appreciate the DJ J Rocks. I appreciate the Pops Johnsons. I appreciate everybody that has impact, influence, and is positive, and we really care. But the thing is, and I appreciate Trill Talk. I appreciate. It's just so many people said Barlene. It's so many people that I am affiliated with, that I want to give them their flowers to. Byron Portley, the females that are in this stuff, BR Truth, Shan Dixon, even the DJs, Dwayne Black, all of our DJs in East Texas, all of our influencers. We got to learn how to help without hurting. Shout out to all the upcoming artists like Greenlight Go Hard and K Row the Heavyweight, and so many others that I know are just phenomenal artists. But everybody can't go through the door at the same time. We will get stuck, and that's what's going on. We're stuck. Everybody, you don't know how to pass through one at a time and bring the other one by one. It's nothing wrong with supporting each other, and that's what Fast Bass supports, and that's why I make all the artists stay there. It is mandatory that if they enter that contest, they have to be there at a certain time. You have to stay there the entire show. You cannot leave. You learn what it's like to clap your hands for somebody else, to genuinely accept other people's talents. You ain't the only ones that's got talents. We ain't the only, Benjamin, you ain't the only one know how to run that board. J Rock,
Yeah,
you
I
ain't the only
know.
one know how to do them ones and you know what I'm saying? Miss Scott ain't the only one know how to talk, because shit is always gonna be somebody better or equivalent to us. Learn to embrace it. Learn to learn from each other. We gotta stop looking at each other as the enemy. That shit needs to be taught internally from East Texas. It's so much competition within us. We can't even see outside of the region because we got problems within the region. You got artists like the Road Tarantinos that have been doing this shit for a long time, but because, let me say this, a lot of it be when you have, I would say help, or people call it help. Um, People get envious. I'm not even gonna say jealous, because jealous, you got to know people to be jealous of them. But envy, people envy not having a Mama Scott. People envy not having a Pops Johnson. So what does that do to artists like the ones I manage, like the ones Pops manage, sometimes that we're connected to blood or whatever? The region goes against them because I don't have her. I don't have him. So you won't even open your minds up to certain ones. Like if Greenlight Go Hard, if he has a support system, you guys will down that person because of something you're lacking. Well, hell, go create it. And don't hate on them. You learn from them, get a relationship with them, start showing up to support them, start getting to know people. The problem with East Texas, we will hate each other before we even get to know each other. We will hate each other before we even introduce ourselves to each other, just based on the reputations that supersedes us. Benjamin, you are relentless when it comes to pushing East Texas. Everything you do, I promise you, you're big East Texas. Everybody know you for the ETX brand. We know you for doing you and always supporting East Texas, and we appreciate that. Pops Johnson, thank you for the Mount Pleasant area up there and for all that you have done over the years. You have been definitely a big influence in my life and have given me a big blueprint to this stuff. I'm gonna let everybody know. I'm not anything special. I'm not something I'm
Yes, you
just
is.
not, okay? I'm a
Yes, you
normal
is.
person that have a big heart that believed in what I believed in, you know. And but God he had a purpose for me doing this. He chose me for a reason, and I accept it. So therefore, I'm not intimidated. I'm not easily shunned, and no, nobody's gonna roll over me. And I don't want to come across like I'm a control person or not, because I'm not. I'm very, very easy to get along with, but I just demand my respect. I'm gonna give respect where it's given, and vice versa. But we have stars, major stars, right here in our backyard. That's what we need to understand. It's okay to push somebody. We got not just my son. Shout out to Seco P. Shout out to T Jones. Shout out to Smoothie. Shout out to my own DJ K. Shout out to let me see who else I got that's done a lot of big phenomenal stuff. Shout out to Smitty Hawkins. First female I feel like that's been saturated since EXO. Shout out to EXO. Um, just it's a lot of talent. I don't even want to omit certain people because it's so much. East Texas is huge. It's not just Tyler. It's not just Longview. East Texas is Palestine. Even I consider Lufkin and Nacogdoches East Texas. I consider
Oh yeah, it is.
Jacksonville, Mount Pleasant, Mount Enterprise Center, Linden, Marshall, everything that's a big area. Texarkana. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we can't omit anything because when you say East Texas, that covers a lot of land, bro. So with that being said, we have to have some type of it's got to be some commitment to do this shit. It's got to be some commitment to come together and some sacrifices. Whether that means we need to start meeting once a month and we can meet once a month somebody find me a venue in Palestine. It can be something small. Find us a venue in Henderson. Find one in Mount Pleasant. Find one in Longview. Get one in Tyler. Choose a different city once a month until we start getting stuff resolved. Because, and I'm not talking about to argue, what are we doing this for? What is the ending result of us coming together? What is the goal? Because just coming together, just saying and all this stuff that we going in circles. What are we aiming for? What do we want to see happen? What is the ending result? What are we striving for?
Already.
Benjamin,
That's a
can you
real statement.
elaborate on that for me just a little bit?
Yeah. I got you. I'm finna come in. I had to bring it out. I'm gonna come full screen now so I can trying to get a little bit more organized with it because people keep popping in and
Okay.
popping out. But yeah, man, we live on
Okay.
Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Uh, we got Mama Scott in the building. We got T Money in the building. We got John Ross in the building. DJ J Rock was in, but I think he stepped out. Man, we got all my people from Marshall in the building. We got D Feel Good came through. Uh, this is this is just the start of it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And what I really want to do in one of my whole biggest dreams I ever had in my life is to see East Texas shining from it don't matter about just the rap game. You know what I'm saying? I want to see people pulling up at these businesses and eateries and everything because of something they heard on a record. Like they got Uncle Jack's over there in Tyler. We got people go to Sensations and their titty bar and all that. I want to see people from out of town, out of state, pulling up saying, "Hey, I heard about this on a record, and I want to go over there and check that out," because I know it's been times that I was in different cities and I heard about Magic City, and I pulled up at it because I heard it on a record. You see what I'm saying? But people try to downplay the significance of speaking on your region, on your hood, or whatever it is, and putting it on the map. It's important to do that. Now, what my whole goal is to see East Texas being put out there to where if we got an up and coming artist or whatever, just by saying East Texas, they gonna get respect. Because if you can say an artist come out of Baton Rouge right now, and they gonna have automatic respect out the gate, because guess what? You got your Boosie from down there. You got your Kevin Gates from down there. You got your Webby from down there. You got your Young Boy from down there. You see what I'm saying? And that's the reason why, is because that region has respect in the game. You see what I'm saying? That's just a small tip of the iceberg on what I'm trying to accomplish.
I like that.
What I want to do is just put some more respect on the name of East Texas as a whole. And this is one thing I'm just gonna throw. I got some stuff that we're gonna talk about behind the scenes, but I'm gonna throw some game out there for the whole world, with the whole East Texas, if you want to do it, that's gonna be able to help you get out there a little bit more in this game. If you're a rapper, if you're an artist, I got an idea of mine I done had. It's called ETX Remix. That means that you get your hottest song off your album, and you say, "Look, I'm gonna change up this hook a little bit," or something like that. I'm on. I've been pushing it for a while. You might be pushing it for a year, 2 years, whatever. But if it's a representation song, if it's something that you feel like can go hard, reach out to 3, 4, 5 different artists in East Texas, right? Everybody come in, drop 8 bars, or whatever, 4 bars, whatever, and put that song out. And everybody can be from wherever town. Like I say, the towns is the hoods in East Texas. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can from these different hoods in East Texas can be represented. And if you got somebody from Texarkana on the record with somebody from Nacogdoches, I guarantee you that the people in Nacogdoches ain't heard of that cat from Texarkana, and the people in Texarkana ain't heard of the cat from Nacogdoches. But if we all riding under one, you know what I'm saying, umbrella of East Texas, it's gonna be some people over there in their hood that's gonna be like, "Man, that cat right there, he got something." You know what I'm saying? That cat right there, and somebody gonna be from the other hood gonna say, "Man, that cat right there, he got something." So if you got your hottest song, just say, "Hey, you're gonna do an ETX remix." You're gonna reach out to 4, 5 people that you like, or if you don't know them, holler at me. I can introduce you to people, and we can get something going. But the whole
But
point of that is,
check this out though. Long as it's original now.
oh yeah, it gotta be original. That's for sure. And what I
And
want to
and
do.
then I don't mean to cut you off. And what we gonna do is, since you said that, what we gonna do is that me myself, I'm gonna help whatever artist that ain't got their paperwork lined it up. I'm gonna help them get their paperwork lined it up. And then next time when Mama Sky have another fast bag, because I was listening to J Rock telling her about how she can get paid from fast bag. See, like if all them artists that's coming to fast bash, if they had their paperwork aligned, had their paperwork right, all they had to do is go to Be On My Live and register they performance through there, and they'll get paid for performing at fast bash. You see what I'm saying?
Already.
Yeah, that's how that works. You know, that's why he was telling Mama Scott that she can get paid for what she doing. You know, cause Mama Scott has spent a lot of money in this game, and I heard her say that she haven't made nothing, and it's time for her to start seeing that revenue. You know what I'm saying? So, like y'all said, it's time to start helping a lot of artists. You know, and like she said, it ain't always about making money. You know, you can, sometimes niggas just got to help. You know, some artists that really want to just do this. Now the ones that just playing and bullshitting, you got to get them out of there. But the ones that really want to do it, man, if I help them, I help them get their paperwork straight without even charging anything. I do
Yeah,
that for them.
yeah,
Yeah, I do that.
because it's a way that a lot of people don't know this. It's a way that, like you saying, what you're doing, you're having your paperwork right. That everybody talking about they want, oh, somebody pay me for a verse. Sometimes, look, man, don't let that be the reason that you don't get on something that got some motion that is gonna pop. Sometimes you just go in there and do your paperwork right and all that. And if the song blow up, you gonna get what you're supposed to get anyway. Whatever you're supposed to
Yeah,
get
it,
gonna come to your mailbox or your bank account. That's how most
yeah,
people
it's
is
go.
doing.
Yeah, the
That's how.
percentage is gonna be broken down because as long as you got an IP number, and once you register the song, put that IP number in there, you're gonna get paid regardless.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what most people don't understand about music and how a lot of this stuff work, especially on the independent level. These guys who got motion, they ain't okay. I'm gonna charge you 5,000, and then next month you want to do a record with me, and I'm gonna charge you 5,000. No, they go in there and they say, look, you know what I'm saying? We both got motion. We both doing something. Okay, here go my information. You register your song. Here go your information when you register your song. Now, whenever the songs come out, whatever they do, everybody get the percentage they supposed to get based on how it was registered and put together. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
how they broke the split sheet down? Because
yeah,
see, that's another thing. You have to get split sheets going when you're going in there getting on songs with other people. You know what I'm saying? Where y'all can do the proper split on the song. Even with the publishing, you got to have your own publishing company. You got to have a publishing administrator. You got to have a mechanical license. You got to have sounders chain. You got to have Lumia. You got to register through the signer stand in the media base. If you don't do none of that, the system don't even recognize you. You're not even in the system. They don't even know who you is.
yeah,
You just rapping. You just another rapper.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your paperwork not in line with your paperwork. Period. Like right now, every artist in East Texas, I can go right now and pull every last one of their names up right now and tell you who got paperwork and who don't. Right now, I'm talking about right this instant. Right now.
Already. That's what's up, and that's the type of things that we need to know and everything. And it's all about knowledge, man. It ain't no shame in not knowing or not having your stuff before now. You know what I'm saying? But we got somebody that can present that knowledge to you. Then hey, it ain't nothing wrong with just reaching out. Now he may got a fee and charge for something he do, and that's fine though. You know what I'm saying? If it don't work out with the business and you ain't got what he want and he or however it work, it ain't no reason to go around and just bash somebody. That's where the disrespect. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand how to keep business and personal. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta necessarily be best friends with somebody to get some business done with them. You know what I'm saying? Because we all grown people, most of us, and we all working and we all got different things going on in our lives. So we may not be able to hang out and have a beer with somebody. But if I can go over here and get that, ain't no different than you going to the store or going to the restaurant and getting something to eat. You don't know them people in there that's gonna serve you this food, but you're gonna pay your money, get what you need, and you gone. That's how we gotta look at
Yeah.
this business sometime. We're gonna go over here, get the business done, and we're gonna keep it moving, and that's total deuce, and we're gonna see you next time. You know what I'm talking about? But somebody
Yeah.
else wanna grab the flow. Who else we got in the building, still in the building? Y'all still in here? It
I'm,
got
I'm,
quiet.
I'm still in here
Yeah,
listening
Yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
I'm
back. I
listening,
had to put
Yeah,
my
man.
we still
phone
Just
here.
on
soaking
We
it
charge.
still
in,
here.
man. I'm here.
Oh, okay, everybody came in at the same time then.
Everybody here. I want to say something real quick too when it comes to certain stuff as far as like when we have visions about hey East Texas and you start working with East Texas, okay. I want to say this. If you've been in this for a long time or you got investment in yourself, we all know it's levels to everything. I don't care if you start playing dominoes, you're a novice. You're not an expert. You know what I'm saying? So it's levels to everything. So when you I feel like sometimes when they say that, it kind of like sends mixed signals to artists that do not understand that it is levels to it. And when a person has invested money into their craft, or they have went through different stages and they've been doing this for a long time and they're seasoned artists, it's not that they don't want to work with East Texas artists, but you cannot unless you pay somebody, and even then they have the right to say no, because it's their brand, of who they want attached to them. Everybody cannot be lateral. Everybody cannot, just because you do music, expect somebody to work with you. If you like, I use this as an example. If I invest 50,000 in a company, I came to you before I got successful and came to you and said, hey, let's do this together, and you chose not to, and then 6 months down the line I end up being a millionaire, then you want to come back and want a position that's equivalent to mine's. That's not going to work. So I just want them to understand that you got to start somewhere. You got to start. It's levels to it. It's not, everybody can't be where you are at the same time. That's all I'm saying. And so when it comes to working with each other, it has to make sense. And it has to, like what you said, if you got something going on, that's the key word. If you got something going on and I got something going on, we can cross do this shit. We can cross this out, because we are in comparison. We are equivalent to each other. We both understand what it took to get here. But if you're not on my level, don't expect me to honor certain things without certain provisions being in place. Like if I decide to charge you a fee, like if I tell you my feature is this amount, this, that, and other, because some people get offended wanting you to do things for free when an artist has invested tens and tens and tens of thousands into their careers. Then you got somebody that wants to latch on to that for minimal anything. So that I just wanted to kind of elaborate on, because everybody can't work with everybody. It's not gonna make sense. It has to make sense for that to happen, unless you are acquiring a feature. And even then, artists have the last say on who they want to work with. And it doesn't mean that they're not pro East Texas or pro whatever city. It's just that artists know if they've been doing this for a long time, this shit is not cheap. And it costs you a lot. It costs some people relationships. It costs some people their jobs. If you're chasing this dream, it costs a lot. And so the things that artists have sacrificed, it's no, you can't put a dollar amount on that, and it's priceless. So I think if we learn to teach artists that way, so that artists won't feel offended when certain things get put into place, they understand, oh, it's not because they don't fuck with me type shit. It's because goddamn, they don't spend $500,000 in this shit. I'm just now learning what it's like to register my stuff through media base, or to go get an ASCAP or BMI. I'm just not learning the basics when they way past that. So just be mindful, when you're bashing people. It's not that people don't want to work with you. It's levels to it.
Already.
Mama Scott, just like
Okay,
you
I'm done.
said, people lose a lot.
Yeah,
I lost my family behind this music a long time ago. I lost my family
I
behind.
know.
And you know what I did? I sold, and T Money, he on here. He'll tell you. He was one of my artists. I gave all them their music. I sold all my studio equipment. And I sat back and I learned the game. I learned how to get paid from this shit. And guess what now? I got my family back.
Well, God is good, and congratulations on that. Because if it's meant, it's
Yeah.
gonna come back. It's gonna
Say,
be. So
Yeah,
yes,
I got that back. I got that back, and I get paid for this what I do, and I do it on the low. I really, I just do what I do, and this our old music that we did so long. I'm talking about 15 years ago. I get paid off of that right now.
I know,
I
because
haven't did no new music, huh?
you're very smart and fluent in what you do. and you've been blessed to be educated and to be a leader, to be able to, we've talked about this for years, that the thing is we got to get something in place to where we all can come together. We got to design something. It's got to be a central spot to where these artists and people that are connected in different ways, different positions, come together to organize something that's going to be workable, feasible, and that can be successful, that we can be proud of. And that's the thing. I mean, and no, everybody can't. We can't. I wish I had where I can blink us all into one spot at one time, but I can't. So yes, there's gonna have to be some votes made as to, hey, where can we secure a spot? I would be willing to invest in a spot to bring us to together once a month or whatever the case it may be. We just need to organize. And when we start organizing, then you can come up with ideas. You come up with people that put stuff into motion, because at the end of the day, it's just gonna be a conversation had. We Until we start putting the actions to our words, so we gotta start with that, to where we can bring the Johnnies in the building to give information. It might be a package over here if you want this done or whatever the case may be, because it's gonna cost. And that's the thing. It can't, everything can't be free. I can say all day, hey, I don't want to get paid, but that doesn't mean that everybody else is on that level, because it costs to get to where we're going. It costs to do this stuff. So, and we don't want to give our artists a fake hope, which means, oh, it's easy. It's not. And if they can't sacrifice at a small level, they might as well buy out gracefully now. I say that with all due respect, because if you're whining about this and whining about that and you make excuses for the small shit, you're not ready for this industry. Point blank, period. This industry will
Nope.
eat you up and spit you out and don't give two fucks. Unless you're just doing this shit for a hobby, I wouldn't be so quick to say, "Oh, I'm built for this. This is in me." Because when you say those type of things, you got to be willing to go all the way to the end with it, with whatever come what may. So we just gotta. My prayer is at the end of it all that we can all come up together with a date, because it needs to be a date, and a city and a building or a spot for us all to come together to start organizing, coming together with a plan to make something work. Because all of your visions, Benjamin's visions, J Rock's input, Pops Johnson, Johnny, yours, the young man out of Henderson, Texas, Mr. Ross. So many of us have so many visions and so many ways to come together. That's what's going to make it massive. If we learn to put the puzzle pieces together to make it one complete picture, at the end of it all, it'll make sense, but we gotta organize. I can't stress that enough, or it's just gonna be us on this phone talking for hours, a lot of great intentions with no ending results. So that is my prayer. I need somebody to organize that or get with me and organize that. Come up with a feasible time and day. The ones of us that are serious need to commit to it, and we'll find out who those people are in the end. Everybody want to talk about it, but can everybody be about it? Are you willing to sacrifice coming from your city to another city? Because we all don't live in the same city. Are you willing to sacrifice certain time to put the shit to it? Because nothing is going to be easy. It's going to take commitment. It's going to take sacrifice. It's going to take us not being selfish. It's going to take all of these key ingredients for us to make it there. One thing about it, with everything that's going on in the world right now, look at this shit that's going on in the world. Look at the white boy and the black boy up there, the black boy that killed the white kid, how they turning that shit into something. Look at all these negative factors going into to play. I always turning around, you looking at niggas killing niggas. Hip hop shouldn't have to be a murder system, a murder sentence. It's just so much, you know, we have got to stand independently for each other, change it, stop being a part of bullshit, separate yourself from negativity, don't play into the bullshit, start making a conscious effort to be better every day. All of us. Pray about it. Ask God to be a leader in our lives so that we can lead people to a different avenue, a different mindset. Because at the end of the day, the music is not the ending results. It's what comes out of it. What are we doing this for? When you're saying when men are saying their lyrics, are you just saying lyrics to hear yourself, or are you saying your lyrics to impact somebody? Do you want somebody to understand how you feel? Do you want to have think about your lyrics? Think about what you're trying to achieve when you're writing. What are you doing when you're creating music? You want somebody to understand you. So at the end of the day, you are an influencer. So if we're doing all this and we're pouring our hearts off into our music, pouring our hearts off into our platforms, into whatever we're doing, be mindful of what we're trying to accomplish, and let's get it done.
Already. Uh,
Facts. Facts.
no doubt, no doubt. All right, I got DJ J Rock back in the building. He had stepped out
All
for a
right.
minute. J Rock, where you at, baby?
I'm right here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Blast off on him one time, man.
All I want to say is this is really it's like this, and this is what we got to let everybody understand this too, is that in this business, it's 10% talent and 90% promotion. If you get that in your head and can get that out there, you'll make money or do whatever you need to do in this business. But like he said, paperwork got to be done. Everything has to be done in order. My thing is that I got a book called All You Need to Know About the Music Business. That book has been taught in all kind of colleges and all over the state. That when you go to class, that's the book you're gonna get if you studying about music. Read, understand what's going on in this business because there's a lot of shady stuff. Yeah, because we don't read about it. It's all in black and white. I was taught that by a supervisor I used to work at. Can't nobody do nothing to you if you don't. If you learn the black and white, what's in the policies and everything about the businesses that you are in, you'll never get shook over, fucked over, whatever. Know what you're
Already.
doing. Know your job. Know everything about it.
Already. Somebody TV on going off. I don't know who it
Yeah.
is though.
Oh, my bad. I'm on this motherfucking 2K, man. My bad. I'm listening though, man. I'm wishing my bad.
Already.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah,
good.
man.
It's all good, man.
See,
Uh,
we got to wing people like that out of here. That's on that 2K.
Don't start that shit, man. Stop that, man.
it's
Hey,
all
say
Goddamn, we
man,
been on here for 2 hours. Goddamn.
John Ross, just blast off on him one time.
I'm hearing when y'all talking about the getting the paperwork right with the rap artists and stuff, man. I'm probably not the only podcaster that's on here, man. You know what I'm saying? I need help with the logistics of the getting the paperwork right and shit for that, because we building our platform, man, and it's kind of hard to get somebody to work with you that know the game. You know what I'm saying? So shit, I need to link with y'all fellas, man. If y'all can give me some input on that too, and it might be some people listening that need to hear that shit as well.
Yeah.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
See,
yeah.
Hey, how can I get on your podcast right here? Who what's your name again?
John Ross, man, political street talk. You already blessed, man. You on the panel, so shit. Just hit me up when we get off this, and we gonna run it.
All right, that's a bet.
Yeah, that's John Ross.
Political
Hold
street talk.
yeah, you'll see it. Like if you go on my page, I share a lot of stuff. He share a lot of stuff of mine, and we, that way you'll see his name. He got a check by his name, blue check, John Ross. Just inbox him and he'll get you lined up and whatever. So you can talk about what you talk about just on his show on the one, and what I'm
Right.
saying, get more exposure like that. Um, this been a productive conversation, y'all, and I want y'all to know I appreciate everybody who is on here tonight, because one thing I can say is that everybody that's on here is on here because they got love for East Texas and what's going on out here, whether it be business, music, whatever it is, they got love for East Texas and they want to see East Texas shine. So that's what the main thing is about with me. I have a philosophy and a belief that you have to put it in their face and stand on what you believe in if you want somebody to respect you, and not in a violent way, not in a whatever way, however, just a negative way. I'm saying in a positive way, which means I'm proud of where I'm from. I'm proud of what I represent, and I'm gonna stand on business regardless of what anybody else think. I'm talking about down with it when it ain't cool, when ain't nobody,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, because that's just like saying being a fair weather fan, like you only gonna root for the team when they winning, and there's a lot of people out here in East Texas like that, that they might got something going on over here where they at or over there where they at, but they don't care about somebody else in East Texas getting on. They don't care about that because their whole bottom line is just to see the people right around them shine. And we got to start making a separation in these in this. Not saying that they the enemy, but we need to be promoting people who want to see East Texas shine and others shine and want to work with other people. That's my main thing on a positive note, and do everything out of respect. It's people out there like that. It's people who want to hear people represent East Texas in the music. It's people want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? But if we gonna look at it like it's a bad thing or that's lame or whatever, that's cool. If that's the way you feel, that's cool. But when it start popping off, you know what I'm saying? That ain't keeping it real if you ain't gonna ride with it when it ain't popular. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I'm real passionate about, and we gonna make some moves with everybody on here individually and collectively. I'm gonna be tapping in with you, and we gonna make some things shake, and we gonna continue this conversation online as well as offline or whatever. And if I invite you to a group, I'm gonna start a group to where East Texas artists can share their music, but I also want y'all to add people to the group so we can make it balanced. You know what I'm saying? To where some of your fans in there, some of the people that know you in there, some people that from other places is in the group, and it ain't just you know what I'm saying, a group, a bunch of rappers just sharing music and all that kind of stuff. Because we want to big up the businesses. You know what I'm saying? The eating places, the clubs, the podcasts, the DJs, because online is somewhere where everybody at. And I think we can start right there by creating a group online. We start, and that's where we kind of start, you know what I'm saying, reaching out to different people. If you don't know somebody, now's the time to start getting to know somebody. Some people don't want to know nobody. Some people want to sit back and just try to be the star and just everybody just come to them and all that. That's fine. If that's how you do it, I ain't knocking you. If it ain't no pride of you to represent East Texas, I ain't knocking you. You got your belief, I got mine. But what I'm trying to do, the people I'm trying to work with are people who want to see the region on the map, you know what I'm saying, on a worldwide level. And that's where we trying to take this. And we're going to be doing some things, but I know for sure the one thing y'all need to be at is Fast Badge. Because Fast
Yeah.
Badge gonna be able to show you a whole array of different talents and skills. It's gonna be people out there. If it was like last year, we're gonna have vendors out there. They're gonna be cooking. They're gonna have different people from all over Texas and the South. That's influential people that ain't from East Texas, but they doing their thing, you know what I'm saying, in all different types of ways. And you need to get out here and shake some hands and meet some people and take some pictures. And you need to do that because that's
Yeah.
you got to introduce yourself, man. Everybody just don't know you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna end that on that. But we gonna do this tomorrow too. If I ain't gotta
Hey,
work
Ted.
tomorrow, we gonna do the same thing tomorrow, and we gonna elevate the conversation uh even more. And if somebody else want to grab the flow, who would that?
Mama
Hey,
Scott,
Ted.
I'm coming to Fast Bass this time. I be saying I'm coming, and I never come. But I'm really not no people person. You know, I've been in the house so much, and I don't like getting out that much. But I'm coming to Fast Bass this time. I'm
Hey,
coming.
Uh,
check out
man,
Ted.
I'm good. Oh, go ahead.
Who would
My
that?
bad. Hey, I want to say this before we all get up off here, man. I I don't know how y'all feel, but I just want, because I know people are looking at this. I just want everybody to know that nobody is hurt about this damn this mount whatever the fuck this is. Nobody is hurt. Everybody is just a everybody is just a voice of their opinion. If we could just get past that, maybe we can do some things. But that right there, I don't want nobody to think it's any. Nobody's gonna drop dead because nobody made the mount whatever the hell that is again. So now we good. I just had to say that. I don't want nobody because you say shit and then you go back and you look at this motherfucker, then you be like, oh goddamn, I hope they don't take that wrong. It's coming from the horse's mouth. I'm not worried about that. I wish all of them people the best of luck. That's all I got to say about that. But goddamn it, there's some more people need to be on now. Shit.
Already. And I'll say this right here on that. I just never really been on the list type of person because I know how
Yeah.
vast and wide East Texas is, man. And I'm not trying to do nothing to be on no division. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I ain't gonna say Trill Talk did it to be on no division, but we
No,
got to
I don't
give him
think
his
that neither.
props. Nah, but I give Trill Talk his props because really and truly, he's striking up the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a
The thing,
debate
the thing, the
or
thing, the thing, the thing is with me, Tech, this game is a numbers game. It's all about the numbers. Okay, whoever on that Mount Rushmore, whatever they do, what type of numbers do they now? Chico P, okay, he cool because he went platinum. But the rest of them guys on there, like the other dude that I guess he wrote the song for Big Extra Plug or whatever the song went platinum or however.
Roast.
But man, it's all about the numbers, man. What type of numbers do they have? You see what I'm saying? When they make these lists with these
Now,
people on these lists, what type of numbers do these people have?
I'm gonna say
When I
this
go
too.
look at they, when I go look at Spotify and Napster and Deezer and Tidal and these people don't have no numbers, none that they
I
have on these lists.
can I elaborate on something for a second? I also believe I'm gonna say this, not just because he's my son, but I do have a son that just did a million down views with a legend.
Oh yeah, DJ. I know DJ. I've been checking. I see like him. You can't say nothing about DJ because he done did his thing. You see what I'm saying? But
DJ
I'm
ass.
looking at
He
huh?
don't get his ass. He don't get no pass either because there's certain things that he needs to incorporate that I advise him in doing to get him more I guess involved and stayed involved with East Texas because he's kind of like an introvert person, like a Prince. I mean, you know how Prince used to be. He was known
Uh
worldwide, but
huh.
he didn't fuck with people. That's how my son is, kind of, but people try to downplay you for certain things. Um, there's to me, he should have made that if you 12 albums in, you ain't gotta know him, you ain't gotta like his music, but his numbers are there. And that's something that
Yeah.
nobody gonna be able to take from him. And like I told him, not just him, other artists as well. You got people like Camp Nowhere, which is he's incarcerated right now. Camp is a phenomenal artist. If we're gonna go history wise, he's the only artist that I know of that have had as many opportunities that he fucked up though, more than probably
Yep.
any East Texas artist that I know of. So it's complicated when you come to list. Is it a popularity thing because you don't know certain artists? You can't just East Texas is too big for just one person to decide who goes on these lists. That's all I'm saying. We need to
Yep.
come up with a better
Yeah.
way to. It's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
lists, but it should be a non-biased type of way of doing it because when you're affiliated with certain people, and Trill Talk is affiliated with a lot of people that he puts on the list, um, you can't be biased. You have to
yeah,
be fair. And what I mean, if you're gonna go by the facts, let's go by facts. Let's not go by popularity. Let's go by because a lot of people don't even know who Rasama is. They do now because of Big X. But He's just now getting to where people knowing his name. What about the little Bubbles? Little Bubba right there out of Palestine doing big shit with Sauce Walker and stuff. We gonna just forget about people like him that's active right now doing barbecue and his branding and stuff like that. There's a lot of people that's working currently that deserves that recognition, that deserve that pat on the back, that deserve that support from East Texas, and that's just how I feel. And the ones that have that type of status, when you got people like, to me, Al D is he's more of an East Texas legend. Him and Bigger Bag Tim, they're known not just in music, but in the streets. So the streets gonna carry over into the music, and that's how you have a lot of people that already know them. He's a phenomenal, to me, the lyricist in him. I love Al D's everything. You know what I'm saying? So he deserves that. That boy pushes
Yeah.
brain. Sir, I mean, you can't take nothing from him at
Yeah,
all.
definitely that no doubt about that. And I rock with LD, you know what I'm saying, all the way. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We ain't just really just chopped it up like that. But I know he said on the interview one time that he really don't want the responsibility of being like repping for East, like to be the headband of East Texas. He don't really, and you can't knock him for that. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his own thing and in his own way. And you know what I'm saying? It's working for him. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta just say, okay, hey, we support that. We rock with that. He from East Texas, and he don't want that responsibility, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But like this next cat I'm finna bring on here, he just came in here. I'm gonna let him say his piece or whatever. But he is one of the original representatives of East Texas out here out of Longview, Texas, and that's CG from 903. What's up with it, fam?
Hey, what's up with it, man? What y'all up to, man?
Already. Go ahead on and let them know you full screen, man. It's your flow.
Well, man, first of all, I want to send a shout out to every East Texas artist, man. You got to start somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Like me, Droopy, and DJ Nasty, you know what I'm saying? We started, like, you know what I'm saying, in some apartments with a keyboard, a track recorder, a microphone, and a set of headphones, man. We got us an investor, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? OG Jesse Reese, you know what I'm saying? He had the money. He dropped the money behind us, man. Back in 1997, and we dropped our first album, 903, Guilty as Charged, And back then, it wasn't no social media, wasn't no internet, wasn't no YouTube, wasn't no MySpace. It was just you putting your money behind your product, press your CDs up, put them in the trunk of your car, and you drive store to store, distributing your CDs, signing legal consignments. That's where it all started, you know what I'm saying? So, we made our bread way, way, way back in the 90s, and I've been consistent, still dropping albums, still dropping mixtapes. You got to be consistent in this music game because you people will forget about you, you know what I'm saying? You'll be called a one-hit wonder. So, what boys got to do now, you know what I'm saying? They got it so easy where they can record a song on their phone, pay 99 cents, upload it, and go viral. You can get rich off a 99-cent upload now. But when we was doing it, we had to use disc makers out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We had to use Pen and Pixel out of Houston. You know what I'm saying? We was in the slums selling CDs straight out the trunk of our car. We didn't have no features. I didn't have no D Gottis, no youngsters, no Billy Cooks, no Fifth Ward Boys on my album like I got now. It was just straight CG and Droopy. You know what I'm saying? And we made a lot of noise. You know what I'm saying? So what the artists now got to do, man, they got it so easy. They got it so easy right now, man. They got to stay consistent. You can't drop one song and feel like, okay, that's going to do it. No. You got to keep dropping them songs, keep dropping them songs. You got to get published. You got to get monetized. You got to get you an EIN. You got to get you a tax ID number. I'm talking, you got to get LLC. I'm talking about you got to get all kinds of, see, everybody think it's all about rapping, man. It's a whole business side of this stuff too, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all about going to the studio, putting the song down, then you get rich the next week. No, man. No, it's a whole business side, man. you got tax ID numbers, you got LLCs, you got EINs. I'm talking about you got all kind of mechanical license you got to go get, man. I'm talking about for real. I'm talking about you got all these distributors right now, CD Baby, and you got Selecto Hits, and you got Universal Productions, you got DistroKid, you got all these online distributors right now. And it's easy to get your song on the distribution label, but getting it heard is the thing. So if you want to really be heard, you gotta buy you some ads. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get you some features. You gotta steady share this stuff. You gotta get real monetization. You gotta have 100% of your publishing rights, because that's where the money come in at now. These publishing rights. A lot of people don't understand. You can drop a song, they wondering, hey man, I got 500,000 views, but I ain't making no money. Okay, because you gotta have them publishing rights. When you get them publishing rights, and then you put them publishing rights on CD Baby, and they gonna ask you, okay, do you have any features or whatever? You be like, no. They gonna ask you who owned the beat. You put who owned the beat, who made the beat, so they can get paid. But the main thing is when you filling out that paperwork, you need to put that you own 99% publishing rights, and whoever did the beat on 1%. That's how you fill out your paperwork on them distribution, on them CD Babies and them distros. Because if you put anything besides 99% publishing rights and you don't put the 1% for whoever made the beat, you're not gonna get the real money. I done made, just straight off social media, I done made $27,000 just straight streams. Just straight do a song, put my publishing rights on it, send it to CD Baby, distribute it, get it monetized, and boom, they sending me checks. One check might be $35. Next check might be $80. Next check might be $60. But when you get these checks every week, it's gonna add up. I got one check one time, $3,500. What I'm saying? Off the song that I put out, East Texas. What I'm saying? I got my partner JoJo Hill, we call him Spook, and we got 124,000 views off that. What I'm saying? But I did all the paperwork right. That's why I seen some real money on that. A lot of people in the game now, they not getting those CDs pressed up. What I'm saying? They got little flash drives you can get pressed up, because a lot of people don't have CD players now. So, get you 1,000 flash drives pressed up for $2,000 from disc makers, and get out there and sell your 1,000 flash drives, $10 a piece. You're going to make $10,000 off a $2,000 investment. You know what I'm saying? It's just been way.
Hey, CG, I'm gonna come right back to you. I just want to, but I want you to break it down on that getting out there and grinding, because it's a big myth that nobody don't buy CDs and nobody don't buy flash drives and nobody don't support artists no more. Drop some game with them on there, because I know you gets out there and you be in H-Town in the 5th wards and in the 3rd wards down there selling your records. I know we done talked about this. Y'all done talked to you when you was doing it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So explain to them about how it is when you can still make money off a physical product.
That's right. Okay, if you're trying to make money, off physical product, they got a company out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania called Disc Makers. I want you to Google it. And then the product specialist, his name is Mr. Ted Deacon. You make sure when you call Disc Makers, you ask for Mr. Ted Deacon. Okay, and Mr. Ted Deacon, he gonna ask you, okay, what you trying to do? Me, I start off with 1,000 CDs. You can get 1,000 CDs pressed up from Disc Makers for $890. And you sell 1,000 CDs at $10 a piece. And you're making $10,000 off an $890 investment. But this straight out the trunk of your car. This you selling these things.
Hey man, that's damn near better than the stock market, man.
For real, man. I'm talking about you call Disc Makers and you ask for Mr. Ted Deacon. You tell him CG from 903 sent you. And you tell Mr. Ted Deacon that you want to press up 1,000 jewel cases. You get you 1,000 jewel cases. He gonna ask you to send him 3 pictures. One for the front cover, one for the back cover, and one for the inside of your CD. He gonna ask you to write down all the names of your songs so he can put that on the back of the CD, and he gonna charge you an extra $99 for a UPC product code. UPC stands for Universal Product Code, and that's that barcode on the back of your CD so they can keep up with sound scan. See how many CDs you done sold. But you selling these CDs straight out the trunk of your car, I don't care if you got to go to these barber shops. I don't care if you got to put 2 CDs in your pocket and walk in Walmart, act like you shopping. I don't care if you got to pull up at the car washes, man. You pull up at the clubs and you parking lot pimping. I'm talking about you selling these CDs straight out the trunk of your car. I'm talking about, and when you sell your CDs and you make that $10,000, you take another $890 out of that 10,000, and you make a reorder of 1,000 more CDs, and you keep doing that. You know, it's just
These kids, you talking about the 90s, baby. Them niggas ain't gonna do none of that, bro. Them kids, let me tell you, they not. These young men, as I y'all niggas
Oh man.
grind. Y'all grind. Y'all grind. But these 90s babies and new millennium babies, they don't believe they like I know that it might work, but it's just the time of what we're living in right now. Everything is so accessible through so many other avenues like the internet and stuff like that, and all the little scan codes and stuff like that, to where you're expecting these 90 babies that's used to being on 2K all day and stuff. They ain't gonna do it. That's the
Mama
problem.
Scott,
that's
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Mama Scott, hey,
And
but if them babies want to get out here and claim they hustlers and can sell drugs for $10 and $20, they
they
can
ain't
sell
gonna do
them.
it.
They can
I
sell
just
that.
know the first one is gonna do it. I just want to see that person.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's the mind frame they gotta have, is that if they can sell drugs just the way they can sell their own music that way. That's
But
the
That's
not
right.
problem that
everybody
they
selling
have.
drugs, though. Not
Yeah.
all of them sell drugs. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
not every
Yeah,
we got to
but
take care of our young blacks too, because not everybody's in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like you got to look at the. It's just that they're not in that era anymore. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just
Yeah, the
but
being.
internet got us spoiled. The internet got
But
this new
see,
era spoiled right now.
Mama Scott, let me explain to y'all about the
I'm not
internet
even.
though. What
I'm
people
not
don't
even.
understand is that streaming is a parcel of a penny now. Back when there was no streaming, you got 1 penny off your music. See,
Yeah,
they don't understand that. A points is what they call it. One
yeah,
penny when every time your song got played, you got a penny. Now you don't
yeah,
even
That's
get
right.
that through the internet. You get half of that.
Nope. That's right.
yeah.
And that's
That's
robbery.
right.
That's why you got Snoop and them and all them complaining about the streaming, because they
That's
know the
right.
real deal, that we getting robbed for streaming and people don't understand that.
That's right. But the
Yeah.
real money is still in them CDs and them flash drives. If you got the foot, if you want to do the footwork, you got to be willing to do
Yeah.
that footwork, or it's not gonna work.
I'm
Okay.
gonna just
Okay.
be honest.
Oh.
Realistically speaking, I get what y'all are saying. The numbers make very much sense. I get all the concept of what y'all are saying, right? I mean, I get like how LD, the biggest thing about LD going commercial and doing the way that he's doing now, he because he knew just that. If I get on the internet, I'm gonna lose a lot of money with me going hand to hand with selling my packages and selling my crown, my series of crown, right? The music he was doing. He was making probably
That's
he
right.
still does it. He still does it. And it was hard for him to break away and trust doing it a different way, because he was used to getting his money by his genuine supporters, and he was getting every penny of it at that point. If he
That's
charged
right.
$100, $100. You know, I'm not saying that it might not work. It is definitely a great tool to use if you have the artists that believe in it and that's willing to put the time, sweat, and blood behind it, because it's not going to be something that's
Right.
easy. It's not going to be
That's right.
something that's quick. And a lot of this, you got to look at our children today. And I'm not calling these young men children, but they are somebody's children. These young men grew up in a time that we evolved away from all of that. And yes, the way that stuff is designed right now, we are in a lose-lose when it comes to the money that we are losing as artists and investors and stuff like that, based on how they have it structured with all this shit right now. But really, at
Yeah.
the end of the only way to turn it around is to come up with a different plan and show them that it actually works. And would they be willing to do it? And a lot of them just don't have the time. We're trying to juggle jobs, family, families, then doing the music. It's overwhelming for a lot of them in this time and
But
era when they're dealing with so much.
let me let
Mom,
me let me say this one more time, and I said it a long time ago in another interview. It's about campaigning yourself. If a president
Yeah,
of the United States can get out here and campaign about himself, why you can't as an artist? You're not higher than a president. You're not higher than those people. So don't put yourself on that pedestal thinking, okay, I got a song, I ain't gotta do nothing.
that's right.
You know,
You're
you
yeah,
got
absolutely
to get
right.
out and campaign on yourself. Whether you, like I said, you ain't got to be no drug dealer or nothing like that. It's all about campaigning in any business.
Put the
If you
work
want to
in.
make anything successful, you got to campaign your
yeah,
That's
See,
own
right.
it's
self.
See,
yeah.
from
the
people
flash
who
drives, man. A lot of people don't want to sell CDs because a lot of people don't have CD players. But
right,
still, the game has changed to these flash drives now. They'll put your album cover in your disc makers or put your album cover and everything on your flash drive. I remember I ran into Al D in Longview, Texas, over on Timpson Street, and he jumped out of the car. He was like, "CJ, come here, man. Let me holler at you." He had just got out of prison. And he like, "Man, what I need to do to get these CDs pressed up and put this album out?" So I gave him Discmaker's number and Mr. Ted Deacon. 6 months later, this man had CDs pressed up, flash drives, shirts, cigarette lighters, and everything, selling it straight out the trunk of his car. He did what
that's
I
right.
told him to do, and it worked for him. You
I
know, so
last one
don't
of
count
them.
the flash
Hey,
drives out.
hey, and I'm gonna say this right here because I believe in this a lot because I've done it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I done been out there in the game in the street, and I'm not talking about 20 years ago. I'm talking about last week. You know what I'm saying? I do
Yeah,
mixtapes, and I take the mixtapes all across Texas, Louisiana. I don't do it much traveling now. I just do a lot of shipping to the stores who still want to get the product. But mixtapes, CDs, and flash drives still sell. But see, what I'm
that's
doing is
right.
I'm selling a mix. I'm selling uh 3 disc sets, 3 disc set with a DVD because a lot of people got screens in their car and they want to watch TV. If you don't get with me and get your video on this DVD that's going to all these different cities and towns, ain't nobody gonna be putting the DVD in there and watching it on their TV, and your video ain't gonna pop up. You on the internet, but it ain't gonna pop up in the streets. And that's when they
That's
riding
right.
around at the car shows and they doing all that. You can be seen in the streets when you're not even in the streets. But it's so
Right.
many different avenues that don't mean you ain't on the line. You online too. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta try different avenues to get yourself out there, just like buying an ad on Facebook or YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It's
That's
like
right.
it's all the same, it's all part of your hustle. And you gotta have the heart to get out here and let people know who you is. If you don't get 1,000, go get 100 flash drives of your music, 100
Yeah.
CDs, and go
But
get
Tech,
you 1,000 flash cards with your QR code on there.
Yes,
And,
sir.
and go
Yes,
out here
sir.
and shake hands and meet people. Go to these car shows. Go to these events in Houston, in Dallas, in Louisiana, and go out
Yeah.
there and let people know, hey man, I'm such and such, such and such, and I got my music out. Do you want to support me? It's people who would probably never listen to your music, but they'll buy a hard copy because they don't know if you're gonna be somebody or not, or who you are. They don't know. But so many
Man, I
people
done
don't.
sold just straight hard copies, man, straight out the trunk of my car, man. I done sold 30,000 copies. You know, just straight hand to hand, man. And I can pull my bank account up to prove it, man. Say, man, it's real, man. Sell it, but
Yeah,
you got, like Mama Scott said, you got to have to want to have the drive to get out there and do it. Everybody don't want to get out there and sell CDs and flash drives straight out the trunk of their car because this internet got them spoiled. But when they see the money, the money, how you can invest $890, get you 1,000 CDs, sell 1,000 CDs, $10 a piece, and make 10,000 off of $890 profit. If they can really see how they work, man, a lot more people do that, man. For real, man. It's
or
gonna
even
work,
if you
man.
or even if you don't sell CDs or nothing like that, at least get you some flyers and pass out to people to go to your platform. That'll get you even more people on your platform if you just get out here
Yeah,
and network hand to hand, period. That's the thing.
Yep.
If you out of sight, out of mind, don't nobody know you if you ain't out here doing nothing.
You know, I ain't never thought about that.
So
Just go ahead and get 5,000 flyers made with my platform on it and just pass them. You just gave me another idea. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I've been doing this shit for years. So I
You
know
want to you want to do all that, because if it get to a point to where you can't sell them the CD or the flash drive, just give them a flyer with your QR code on it. They can scan
That's
those straight
right.
to Spotify and they can stream
That's
you.
real.
But
That's
if you
real.
don't never go out there and meet nobody, and I'm gonna tell you something, if you want to be a real live hustler like I do it, if I was a rapper in 2025, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be marking the calendar for all the big events that's going down wherever in my region. Or if I want to go to Atlanta, if I want to go anywhere, Rick Ross car show, wherever I'm gonna go, I'm just throwing something out there. If I want to show up, I'm gonna show up with me, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna rent us a Sprinter van. We're gonna get me 3, 4, 5 of my partners, and we're gonna pull up out there. We're gonna make sure we got 4, 5 bad honeys with some t-shirts, sharp t-shirts on and booty shorts, and with our logo on there. And we might have some of them with backpacks on with the signs and all that on it and all that kind of stuff, holding up signs, and they going out there and meeting the people. The main artist, he may be the person with the least amount of money in his pocket. But if that's the one that's on the CD, he gonna be sitting back like a star. He gonna shake some hands and stuff too, but the presentation is to make it look like it's real. Like make this person
So if you
star, because we kind of sell this person and this artist at this time. So
If you did, okay, I got a question. If you did pull up to one of these major platforms, how many CDs and how many flash drives would you have in the trunk of your car?
Now, me personally, I ain't no telling how many I'm gonna have. That's I ain't gonna talk about that because everybody ain't doing like we do at CG. I'm just saying
1,000, man. Not 1,000, man.
No, I'm just saying, I'm just making an example of going to like a Rick Ross. Let's just say Rick Ross car show. Let's say the Dubs car show. Let's say any big event where it's people gonna be out and about. You know what I'm saying?
You want to have at least 500 CDs, 500 flash drives, man. I'm telling you, you want to see some real money.
Yeah, the number don't.
You can't take but you can't take 100 CDs and 100 flash drives to a Rick Ross. I'm just trying to get these. I want them to think a little bit bigger. You can't.
Yeah. We get all that. I mean, we just saying that's whatever you do. You show up with your product. You show up with your people, and the whole thing is to show up and like a star and let people know. At the end of the day, they need to know whoever the artist that they pushing. They need to know your name and where you're from and what you're about. Now, if they may not buy no CD, if they do buy a CD, you made money. If they buy a flash drive, you made money. If they buy a T-shirt, you made money. But if they don't make money, you're gonna lead them with something that they can go back and check you out later on. You know what I'm saying? And then that way you're gonna have a fan from. This is the way I used to look at it when I was on the road. I kept flyers and business cards on me because you want to know why? I always say, if I'm somewhere traveling and I see somebody at a gas station, at a car wash, or I'm just riding through a neighborhood because I'm going to take care of some business, I'm looking at it like I will never see this person again in life. And I'm going to make sure they going to get this card of me and what I do. Now, they may not look at it, they may not do nothing, but they might, and if I reach that one person in Memphis, Tennessee, or in Little Rock, Arkansas, when I'm coming back through, or in whatever city and town I'm coming back through, I done gained a fan. Because when they start watching me online, they're going to be like, man, this boy here got some motion. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's going to keep the people coming in the real world, not the internet world. Because we all know the internet, you can have 50,000 followers, and 49,000 of them is fake people. You see what I'm saying? So you got to get out here and meet people in the streets.
Hey, Tech, and I tell people this all the time. When you ride down the highway, you see them billboards with them hamburgers or them food signs on there, constant as you pass. Your ass gonna be like, I'm hungry. I'm gonna at least try that burger right here. I'm gonna pull over and try this shit. That's the way you got to think when you out here as an artist or anybody, a podcaster or anybody out here doing they trying to promote. You got to say, hey, I got to keep putting it in their face just like these billboards are putting it in your face when you go down the highway.
And I'm gonna tell you something else. You might not be hungry right now. And you even when you get hungry, you might not eat that. But if you keep seeing that billboard, sooner or later you're gonna pull up in that restaurant and try that burger.
Yeah.
And that's how
Well, all
advertisement works.
that y'all are talking about right now basically is marketing. Okay.
Oh
What
yeah,
y'all
for
are talking
sure.
about is, that marketing side of it, or whatever the case may be. So that's a whole area of artist development, artist knowledge, artist education on things and tools that you guys have and ideas that can help elevate them in other ways. So with that being said, how you gonna get it out to them? How you gonna show them? How you gonna teach them? It all needs to come back to a networking situation. And like I said, organizing, getting something in play, getting something solid to where all the points that y'all are making that are very valid and needed to hear need to be implemented into some form of solid movement that we all commit to doing and making happen. I got to go. I got to go smoke my blunt. It's almost 12 o'clock. Y'all had me on here for 3 hours, bro. I got to go drink me a glass of Malibu. I love y'all dearly. I need a date for those that are willing. And if, Benjamin, if you can get everybody's phone numbers to me and organize that, you and J Rock or whatever, to see if we can kind of get together and organize a physical meeting. We can go ahead and try to set a meeting up somewhere soon. And that way we can get organized and come together and come up with a plan.
Yeah.
Already.
That's the
That for
best.
sure.
I think, hey, you know what? I think we need to do a East Texas. I think we need to get all the artists. Let's just do a whole album together.
Yeah.
Everybody who want to
Yeah.
get on this album, let's just do a whole album together. Let's just sit down and talk about it, and let's just do a whole album together and see what kind of feedback we can get.
Yeah, well, it's all gonna come together, you know what
Straight
I'm
like
saying?
that.
But right now we just gonna try to see what we can do on because everything gonna start with the business, you know what I'm saying? And so we gotta get the business right, which is we gonna do, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get it together, and I'm talking
That's
about
right.
soon, but it
Because we
starts right
gotta
here.
be
It starts right here.
organized.
Yeah, it starts right
Yes,
here.
we gotta be organized.
Yeah, it starts right here with the conversation
That's right.
because if we don't have no conversation, we ain't gonna get nothing done.
Hey,
I just seen
before I get on, but Tech, before I get up off of here, everybody who listening to me right now, hey man, I want y'all to remember, man, this makers, and everybody write this down. This makers, Mr. Ted Deacon. I want y'all to remember that. This makers, Mr. Ted Deacon. Call him and talk to him, man. Cause I sent LD to him, and LD blew up with him. This makers, Mr. Ted Deacon, man. Y'all listen to me. But we're gonna put something together, man. Check, I'm gonna give you my number to get a Mama Scott, and we're gonna put something together, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all.
All right.
Hey man, before I
Y'all
get
hold it
out of here,
down.
man, if y'all would do me a favor, man, go to John Ross, give me a follow, man. I'm gonna follow y'all back. Let's run it.
Yeah.
Bet.
Is that John Ross on IG or Facebook?
On Facebook, the one I'm verified with the blue check.
Okay. All right. So I appreciate that. And if I'm not following every entity and every person in here, please, before you get off of here, please drop your social media tag so I can follow you all. And get that done on your IG pages, your Facebook pages, or whatever platforms you may be promoting yourselves on. Please connect with me on that. Drop your information, John. I'm gonna make sure I follow you along with I got Fast Life _ twins. I've got to follow on their IG page. And I make sure that I'm following you guys because at the end of the day, we can't know about each other. We try to teach our children and teach our artists how to build their numbers. If we get off this platform tonight and none of us are following each other. Like it all
Yeah.
starts right now. Implement it right now.
Yeah. And y'all
And
can
And
certainly
just to keep it
market
gangster,
TV.
man. East Texas is an untapped market. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
while we running out to Dallas and Houston and shit trying to get on, man, it's 2 million people in East Texas.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if y'all want to get my social media, you can go to Google and just type DJ J Rock ROC 903 in Google, and I'll pop up the first person. You
Already.
got all my social media.
I got it.
As y'all saying this, I'm trying to get it. I'm a little slow, so y'all got to, you know what I'm talking about? I got Mama Scott though. I just got you
You're
on
good.
IG.
Okay.
And y'all be blessed. I gotta do what Mama Scott gotta do. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, me too, man. Hey man, we need to do this
Already.
tomorrow. Some next time, not so long. This 3 hours,
Yeah.
goddamn.
Tech done left, I think.
Hey, man, it's crazy because something happened and my whole computer shut down. And it's still going. That's the crazy part.
That's the good thing. We got some
That's
good
a good
shit.
thing.
I done
Yeah.
kicked myself off the thing, but hey, that let you know, man. Hey, it's meant to be, man. It's meant for it to go down like this, man. Man, I appreciate y'all, man. And it's really a way I can organize this if I know how many people gonna be on the screen, and it's like this was just a fly by by the pants type of a
Yeah.
situation. You know what I'm saying?
And if Tech can't do it, I can do it too, because I got all the same type of
Yeah,
stuff too
yeah.
with everything.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like J Rock got it. Mama Scott got the equipment, but she ain't quite got. We got to supposed to get together on that. We ain't had a chance to do that. But we want everybody to be able to have, if they want to have a microphone, have a camera, because anybody can do this. To be honest, it ain't no secret. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not. We need
Yo,
more networks and ways for people to be able to do this type of stuff out of East Texas, because that's how we gonna build up and go to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate everybody in here tonight, man.
All
Now,
right.
before we leave, I would like to say this too. I just want to say a short prayer on behalf of all of us, please, because
Oh,
truly
let's
God is
do it.
the center of my life, and we have to acknowledge Him and keep Him present in everything that we do, in our mindsets and everything. So, if I have somebody else that wants to talk after Benjamin closes, I'm not trying to take over your platform, but I
Oh
don't want
no,
to without
we in here.
saying a prayer. Okay.
Let's do that. Hell yeah.
Okay. Anybody else have anything to say before I close?
bring us home.
Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, I just want to come to you in the humblest form that I know how, Lord Jesus. Coming to you with a clean heart and a genuine spirit. Give each one of us, Lord Jesus, a pure heart, good intentions to want to be better, to want to be more like you, to be an example, to make our children proud of us, to influence our children in the right way, Lord, if it's through music or if it's through influence or whatever you have blessed us to be and have as talents that you gave us as gifts, Lord. I ask that you just protect us and keep us covered up under your will, Lord Jesus, so that we may walk in a walk that is pleasing to you. On behalf of every voice and every set of ears under my voice, Lord Jesus, I ask that you bless us daily. Bless us and watch over us, Lord Jesus, our families, our careers, our finances, our health, everything, Lord Jesus. Just touch us and keep us covered. And in Jesus' name, I ask these blessings and many, many more for my friends and for East Texas and everybody that is your children, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.
I'm gonna log off for y'all keep talking.
You already know.
Okay, thank
That's what
y'all.
happened,
See you
man.
later.
Hey, man, we'll
Yeah.
see
Oh,
y'all. We're gonna try to do
everything.
it again.
Serious.
We're gonna do it again tomorrow, man. Y'all tap in.
All right.
That's a bet, man.
Already.
I'll be. Bye
Damn,
bye.
now I can't stop this
Already.
motherfucker. Okay.
And we out, man.